14:36.
Thank you, beautiful soul, sister in the space and time. Every time I connect with you, you breathe my mind. And all the answers I've been seeking, you help me see there inside of me. And to this honest reflection, I find the love that we need. Oh, and you help me. And in this space and time, reach out and I connect and Genevieve, you help me see the truth. Tell me, yeah. Genevieve, you help me see the love in me. And I sometimes get lost in time, obsessed about the how. Yeah, we keep.
Okay, let's get her done. First card up, number 9. Communication. Communication. Isn't there a Led Zeppelin song, Communication Breakdown? Is that Led Zeppelin? Somebody's in here. Is it Led Zeppelin that sings that? Communication Breakdown? Happy Moon Day, the 14th. Whoa, double nines. Double nines, some ladybug energy. So first card up, communication. Hi, White. How you doing today? Just starting out. Got double cards pulled. First card is number 9, communication. And the second card is number 9 as well, the Rose's Kiss. Joy, experiencing pleasure, deep satisfaction, enjoyment, desires acknowledged, 5 sensory reality. Take a deep breath and center on the feeling of joy. Can you allow your senses to awaken and connect with the innate desire to experience that all of life has to offer? Pleasure is part of life. Let yourself surrender to it today. Our modern times often present a fake ideal of how we're meant to experience this world. Connections are lost and distorted by our over-reliance on technology. Look around and see how very few people are actually maintaining eye contact or engaging in conversation. Instead of tapping away at a screen, pause and consider how you can make more intimate contact. I do want to say, though, that, you know, when you're in public and you look up and you see a bunch of people on their phones, sometimes that judgment thing is like, you know, keep your judgment to yourself, because you don't know if somebody's only on a 5-minute break and it's the only time they looked at their phone that day. Hear a lot of people saying of, you know, they go to a park and they see their the mom's on the phone and the kids playing, and it's like, fucking yeah, right, no shit. Kids got somebody else to play with, so mom's got time to put her attention a little bit somewhere else as she keeps her eye on the ball everywhere, right? So I know that that can seem overwhelming. You're in public and you can think that everybody's on their phones but you don't know why. You don't know what information's coming through their devices as well, right? Hey, Matrix Man, how's it going, dude? Is it break time or are you off today? Can't help it. As soon as I see your name, I think of the time. Not in a weird way, but just that Flintstones, like 9 to 5 bell whistle telling me you're at work or you're not. Rawr. Hey, Delaney Pearl Jones. On a break? Right on. Did y'all get some snow yesterday? We got snow, but it didn't stick or anything. It was just flurries. It's cold today, though. It's sunny, but it now is like November weather. Like it's -2, I think. Okay, connecting with nature, enjoying or being aware of all the sensations of touch, taste, smell, sight, and sound is important right now. Be present. Let yourself be seen. Your 5 senses are aching to be engaged right now. This is an invitation to get out of your head and into your body. You might be a spiritual and an intelligent being, but right now the emphasis should be on having sensory experiences. This is the sacred part of the gift of life. Being present to the world, you invite a deeper spiritual experience. Perhaps it is time to stop and kiss the roses instead of just smelling them. Number 1 Matrix Man, snowmelt areas off the lake had a few inches. Rawr, yeah. I'm excited to see like how long it's going to take the lake to freeze, because especially right now, like we're cracking down at 0, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if that sustained 0 stays ish, and then when we hit the -20s, it'll be like raw fresh ice, right? We'll see, but I love the feeling of the ice switching. It feels weird to be so far away from the lake because I can't see it from where I live, and I've always lived closer to it, except for the last 2 years, obviously, and I can't hear it the way that I usually do as well, like, or that I did before. So I can't hear it freezing the same way as I used to. Oh my gosh, Jen. Holy shitballs, that's 999 right off the bat. This card is 45, but 45 is 9. 4 and 5 is 9. So it's 999s starting the stream. Hey, Deke. He's doing really good, sweetie. Thanks for sharing another video today. I think I was one of the first ones on it, if I remember correctly. How's everything going? Welcome, welcome. Thank you. I've actually just been cleaning and puttering like all morning. It's about around 3, close to 3 Eastern time. So I've been puttering and cleaning and doing adult stuff. Right? And so it's like, I took my hair down, I just kind of shook it off, and I was like, I was gonna change, but I was like, why? Why would I change? Just go, just go. Deke, yes. You were, I was, one of the first ones? I thought so. Going amazing. Roar, right on. Good. Harness that amazing energy. Amplify it. Roar. 45, empowerment. The moment your respect for life, the moment for respect for life and all living things, attuning to nature and to the creatures of the earth is at hand. Tune into the deep well of compassion that spills over readily to anyone who needs your help. You are being directed to take action and remove difficulties and resolve problems. Be receptive to guidance from wherever it happens to come from. Drop the ego, right? People pray, wish for angels, wish for this, wish for that, but when all that stuff's coming right to ya, and even right to me, gonna say it, right? I'm in that pile too. I don't like the form in which the answers are coming from the things I'm asking, or I don't recognize the form in which the answer is coming to me, right? But when I drop that ego, stop analyzing the form in which the answers are coming, they're all there. They really are. Be receptive to guidance from wherever it happens to come from. And really, the guidance sometimes is coming from out of the blue, the most weirdest, random, what the fuck places that sometimes makes no sense. So that's why, like, the logical mind, brain wants to eliminate all that guidance that's coming because it makes no sense how it's coming. But darn, it is. I'm going to read it a third time. Be receptive to guidance from wherever it happens to come from. Don't be surprised to receive support from unusual avenues. Indeed, right? The veils are lifted. Things are happening. Amplified, amplified, amplified. Be ready. Be ready to give of yourself, but be ready to receive. And that might sound like, what? Of course I'm ready to receive, but are you? Are you really? Right? If somebody all of a sudden today gifts you something, are you going to be there in shock saying, no, 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 I can't accept this? Or is there a part of you that knows that gift is coming, it's yours, you're worthy of it, you deserve it, you've worked for it for a long time, and it's actually going to be here? And I say this because as things amplify, I feel like I'm even more of a deer in the headlights thinking, I'm not ready for this, instead of like, wee, this is what I was waiting for. It's like shocking that it's coming. Does that make sense? Be alert to seemingly random input, which could give you clues and ideas that you had not thought of earlier. Once you start to pick up on these signs, pursue them diligently and with determination. The potential for them to pay off is immense. As soon as you know what action to take, take it. Exactly. It's one thing to have no clue, to be in a holding pattern. But if you're actually gifted what you're meant to be doing, do it, right? Do it, do it, do it, do it. Because you doing your thing is actually what's going to be the pop off for someone else who was in a holding pattern. Does that make sense? Because as some are in a holding pattern and some are gifted what their action is, once the people who are gifted what their action is, it has something to do with people who are in a holding pattern, right? It does. That's it. Right? Some of us are meant to act. Some of us are holding space. Some of us hold space and then we act. It's like a whoosh, 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 right? It's important. Deke, we deer hunt around here for winter. Love and appreciate Mother Nature providing for us. I have good friends coming to hunt with me from Nashville, Tennessee this upcoming weekend. It's a great tradition and great friends. Roar, that's beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Deke. Yeah, I'm from hunting land, so I completely understand, right? Some people who don't come from a hunting background, right? But I come from that, so I totally get it. My landlord just came back from moose hunting about 2 weeks ago, and bless his little heart, he actually gave us some moose meat, so that was raw. It still is. I haven't partaken at all. And he actually gifted us birch syrup. So instead of maple syrup, it's birch. And it is the bomb. It is so good. I took a shot and I swear I almost cried because it's so good. And I'm a maple syrup like rawr, right? I didn't know or think there could be something that was equal or better, but damn, I'm here to say birch syrup is amazing. Hey Timo, how you doing, dude? I always share my hunt. Right on. What do you hunt? What do you hunt? Yeah, sharing is caring, and I believe that the circle of life, like that's what the hunt is, right? It is the sharing part. It's the, I don't know how to explain, but from my perspective of somebody who's grown up across Canada, knowing people who are of the hunt or not, and the who like the how ingrained it is, the hunt it's shared, it really is. And just the, yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. um I'm not the best hunter personally. I've been hunting myself, but I've never shot to kill. I think I'm that hunter. I'm that hunter who's like brings bad luck sometimes, right? Because I kind of wishing for the animals to be fine at the same time. I've trapped um, for the population control, not for pleasure, but for population control and for the full cycle of the fur as well. But I don't do that in my life anymore. Tim, deer season over. Now it's ducks, geese, and fish. Yeah, my son does geese and ducks. I personally don't eat either. And when I was with my ex-husband, I went once with him for goose, and I never went back because I can't. They're my babies, right? My dudes, and I don't even have an interest of eating them. So no judgment. Allow for them to do what they do, but I didn't stick around for that. Hey, Annie D. Bjork. I never know if I'm saying her name right. I think I am. Bjork has an album called Hunter, I think. Hey, peeps. Hey, sweetie. How you doing? Timo, I don't enjoy hunting, but it is what it is. Yeah. For myself, I have the respect and the understanding. I have zero tolerance for waste or, killing for pleasure, like zips, zero, right? But the circle of life, again, I am from the land I'm from, it's still common, right? And it's not for the, it's for the meat. It still is, where I come from. It really is. Last year, 2 years ago, not last year, 2 years ago, my ex-husband had gone bear hunting, and he was able to have the full circle of life for the bear because the skin, the hide went to an outfitter. An outfitter, is that what y'all call them in America? An outfitter? I think so. Like a hunting fishing lodges. I think it's called an outfitter in America too. I'm not sure. Anyways, so there was someone in the States looking for a bear that was over 300 pounds and ended up with my ex-husband's bear. So the cycle of life for that bear is going to be like super long because it's going to be exposed for a long time, right? Anyways, speaking of bear, who knows, you guys? Sorry for those that are squeamy about the hunting. Didn't mean to go into that, but again, respect. Everybody's got their different things going on, right? Yeah. How's everything going for you guys? Anybody having any dream time activity or weird stuff? Anything happening they want to share? Bobcat, number 8. Life is a mystery. Madonna, life is a mystery. When I hear you call my name, it feels like home. Annie, busy dreams, but can't remember though. Same. That's not stopping. It's been weeks consecutive where it's such busy dreams. The little recall that I have, I'm sharing it with whomever comes out of my dream time in order that if they can help me decode or if they know why I would dream of them. Tim, I had dreamed of you. The night after you came into my stream, I dreamed of you. And not in a way that I dreamed of you, but the night, like last week, when you came into the stream for the first time, that night, I dreamed I was streaming and you came back into the stream. So I didn't necessarily dream of you unless you were in my dream and I just have no clue what you look like, but you were there visually as well. I don't know. But your name. And that's not common. It's not common for me to dream that I'm streaming because it's like that's the work I do during the day. Why would I be doing the same thing at night? Right? But that was part of my dream time. I wrote it in one of your comments of your vid. I don't know if you saw it. Hey, Super Dave 45, bonjour. How's everything going, dude? Yeah. Dream time was so busy last week that I was actually waking up and going and looking at my bank account to see if it had been like padded because it was so surreal how hard I was working, waking up proud of working so fucking hard that I was actually like, you know what I mean? Like, where's the monetary value for what I worked yesterday, like in the night? Like, no joke, right? No, like seriously, that's how busy and hard I'm working during dream time. It's incredible. Like the feeling of waking up that way too, and waking up where I'm very groggy. It takes me a long time to come back to my body. In a good way too, because there's a pride from having worked hard in the dream time that coming back to my body and being fully awake is hard. I don't know if any of that makes sense, but I'm throwing it out there. Timo, I never shot a bear, but I could have poked it with an arrow. Yeah, I was just talking about shooting guns and bow and arrows earlier, just before I came in. So I didn't mean to have that energy before I came in, but it's following me into the stream. I prefer bow and arrow to actual shooting. I've shot rifles my whole life because of the hunting background. I've only shot a pistol once because they're not actually legal here in Canada for normal people to have. But I have done it once because just circumstances. But I prefer a bow and arrow and the old school. I'm not, maybe someday I'll do the compound bow and stuff, but it's just, why? I like the old school, right? Like the feeling of just the plain bow, not all the bells and whistles. And I don't have a bow right now. I separated from my, oh my God, it sounds like a union. I separated from my bow in exactly, to be honest, I remember more the day that I gave up my fucking bow and arrow than the day I got separated. The 17th of June, 2019 is when I sold my bow and arrow. But I can't remember when I got separated from my husband. Sorry, dude. Whoa. Yeah, that's how hard it was. And it was my yard sale when I gave up pretty much everything I ever had my whole life to make money to be able to move, to just get the fuck out of Dodge. And so the first guy, it wasn't even a super expensive bow and arrow, eh, guys? It was some sort of like, I don't know, whatever material. It wasn't even wood. And so the first guy offered me like $15, and I looked at him, I was like, no. I was like, no, that's my baby. And then later in the day, I was like, just let it go, let it go. And I forget, I think I got maybe 10 or $15 for it. But the dude's face who bought it was so happy, so fucking happy that it was like, okay, this was it was meant to wait for him, right? But oh my God. Timo, I'm still having trouble with time. It's been 3 weeks now. Well, buckle in, Buttercup. I'm here to tell you, Tim, that if you think it's going to get better, it's not. I hate to be the one to break it to you, baby, but it's not going to get better. It's going to get more fluid. You're actually going to start to realize you can bend time to have more or less, right? If you're thinking the day's going by too fast, you can actually slow it down and you can actually speed it up. The neither here nor there of is just amplified throughout the collective everywhere. Um, I've even been in public where people don't even understand really what they're saying, but they're saying it anyways. You know what I mean? Like people, whether they're aware of it or not, it's happening. And that whether they're aware or not of it or not, they're talking about it openly. So it's a good thing. We're all in the same, we're on the same boat, whether we think we are or not. Annie, so I would rather cut and use as a canvas for painting, stretch myself, save the money. Yeah, I've seen a couple people make like giant canvases, and it's interesting as Super Dave comes back as 44. Sorry, I meant to say bonjour over from 44. Are you kidding me, Trace? Oh my God. I dreamed all my YouTube's friends went to a resort to gather, and I couldn't or didn't go because I couldn't find my sunglasses and shoes, and I was so upset. No kidding, Trace. Don't worry. Come shoeless, I'll share my shoes with you. We'll find sunglasses somewhere, baby. Oh my God, that would suck balls. And I say that, but when I watched Tommy, that flat fellow, and when they had done, I think it was in January, during the new year, they were all gathered, the flat earthers, and they're all gathered barbecuing in Florida and shit. And I cried like a fucking baby. I was like, everybody's there and I'm here in Canada and I can't even go even if I want because I'm in Canada all by myself. And I fucking cried. And I was watching the vid, and then, they shout out to somebody else, and I was like, oh my God, that's my people. I've known them for years, and I'm here in Canada by myself. And I'm not even joking. Holy shitballs. What a feeling. Bonjour, ¿cómo esto? Guten Nietzsche? I don't know if I said that right. Hey, Tracy. Annie D, you have Kitty Bo. Yes. Hi, Meeps. I didn't know you were in there. I didn't see you come in. You snuck in the side door, did you, Meeps? Meeps snuck in the side door. Oh, baby, shit, Timo. Yeah, Tim. Thanks for sharing that. Timo, I'm having trouble sleeping under the same roof with other people. I can't sleep. Whoa. I completely resonate with what you're saying. We live in a house that's my apartment, and there's an apartment above, and me knows it's because that we are fucked sometimes. Not even joking. Everything in my DNA is just like, hello, can we get the fuck out of Dodge? And then it's like, not yet, not yet, not yet. But it's like, yeah. And it's not, yeah, I don't want to go into it too much more because I don't want to like rattle my energy. But yeah, it's surreal, Tim. Try crystals. Look into magnets. I've never done magnets under my mattress or my bed or my bedding, but especially masculine last year, there's certain dudes that were talking about it and they swear by it. So magnets or crystals could help. Shielding yourself, Tim. Shielding yourself with a bubble, right? Make up the words, make up your bubble the way you want it, but shield yourself. Oh, wow. Yeah. For me, it was so amplified, Tim, that it's like even the neighborhood, because I'm used to being in smaller communities or but fuck nowhere. So being in a city for the last 2 years has taken everything I have to wire myself certain ways. But yeah. Meeps. That's a good suggestion as well. Meeps says, Tim, you could switch off the broadband when you're sleeping and get the other folks to do the same. Yeah. Holy shit, Super Dave. It's your day off. I got to pull off 60 hours this week. What do you do, Super Dave? I forget. I think I know, but I forget. Do you like what you do? What you gonna do for 60 hours, dude? Because I look at 60 hours and I think of how many hours I did when I was a chef or had my restaurant, and it's like I didn't even count, right? It was way past 60. I didn't even count. And it felt like, you know what I mean? It was my life. It was my passion. It was my purpose. It didn't, there's days where it physically hurt and I cried, right? Not gonna lie. There's days where it physically hurt and I cried. But most of the time it was just like, I want to be there for real. I wasn't faking it. I wanted to be there, right? I loved it. Tim, what makes me nervous is that I thought I broke time. Yeah. Yeah. I was listening to someone, I think it was about a month ago, where he was, was I reading it or hearing him speak? I can't remember if I was reading something he wrote or listening to it, but where he was basically wondering, like, am I making earthquakes happen because I'm aware of the activity and trying to predict for other people where the next ones will be according to the seismic activity? Like, he's like, am I making this happen? Right? And it was like, no, bro, you aren't. You're a researcher, you're a documenter, and you have access to the knowing of when things are happening in real time as much as possible, right? And then so you know what's next. You know it. It doesn't mean you're making it happen. But Meep says, actually, you probably did break time, Tim. Just go with the flow. Ooh, Tim, maybe you did break time because T-I-M, T-I-M-O, T-I-M-E. Oh, really, Super Dave? Okay, I'm going to say it. He's jealous, but in a beautiful, envious way. Does that make sense? I've met Tommy. I see him every now and then. He texts me from time to time. Roar, good. If I can't meet people, then other people better be meeting people. Meep says, yes, I sneaked in. Folks Jen wrote snook just as I was typing snaked, and she won't let me get away with anything. Sneak, not snaked. I'll get arrested at this rate. No arresting. Meeps, I guess snakes are sneaky anyways. Cautious. Yes, cautious creatures. Oh my gosh, Meeps. I was thinking about the 60 hours on death row. That would be a lifetime. Oh my. Timo, I had to adopt a puppy to calm me down. The puppy's super cute. Hi. Yes, Annie, take your time. It's yours. So play, play, play. Meeps, Tim, I promise you the puppy will wake you up repeatedly at some point. Gosh, that must already be happening. Okay, the card that I had earlier, but I haven't read yet because I've been on a roll. Card number 8, Bobcat Spirit, Life is a Mystery. Bobcat moves furtively and mysteriously, and when Bobcat Spirit appears to you, she brings a powerful reminder that not all things in life can be explained or understood through the power of the intellect. Trying to figure things out and find logical explanations or predict what's going to happen based on reason and facts will not provide you the certainty and the comfort you seek. Bobcat asks you to trust the great mystery and let the secrets of the universe reveal themselves to you through direct experience. Allow your vision to slip into soft focus, and you will see between the lines, and you will observe what has been hidden there all along. Bobcat Spirit helps you to know intimately the pulse of the divine in the world. Trust in the wisdom and revelations that come to you, yet know that understanding might not come to you as you would like it. Which you wish to experience through your heart intuition, which comes to you as the voice of your inner knowing, will guide you now as you accept that secrecy is woven. Secrecy is woven into the fabric of the universe. No matter what, the appearance of Bobcat Spirit is a sign that you're being called to trust, even when what is being revealed to you does not agree with your need for intellectual certainty. Bobcat, okay, protection message. Bobcat Spirit tells you this is not a time to reveal your deepest, most cherished dreams and desires to others, but rather it's a time to be quiet and gentle with yourself as truths begin to emerge in your awareness. Self-protection is called for. Be discerning, selective, and even secretive, revealing no more than what is necessary. People have a way of imposing their opinions on you, so pay attention to who you surround yourself with at this time. Be watchful and check your own motives, as well as those of others, as you keep your secrets to yourself for now, rather than expose them to those who might potentially misunderstand your intentions or might not be supportive. And in other words, unless something's concrete, don't go scream it out to everybody so that nobody fucks with your timelines. Thoughts are things. Thoughts are amplified right now. People are way stronger than they believe or even imagine that they are. And their yucky mojo does leak over, right? So be mindful. Know thyself. To thine own self be true. And, Bobcat wants you to be stealthy and wise. Keep your own counsel and let yourself be a mystery yet to be revealed. Yeah, so it's not about not being authentic, but it's about knowing who to be your most authentic self with, not throwing everything out willy-nilly, just believing that it's all going to be taken and cherished and supported, right? Aw, Tim. I live on an 80-acre ranch, and when I went from the 5 dogs and then the kids moved out, I told myself I'd never get another dog, but I did. See, you're a little different than me because I would have been like, okay, I'm never having another kid again. They're all gone. Right, Tim? I'm never having another kid again. Bring on the dogs. Right? Bring on the dogs. I'm never having a kid again, though. I think dogs are worse than kids, but no, is that what you meant? I'm not sure. It depends on the kid, to be honest.
I was about to say, I think dogs are worse, but never mind.
Yeah, it depends on the dog and it depends on the kid. Yeah, Meep says puppy dives on Tim. Wake up! Woven and woven. Hey, Alex. There you are, dude. Happy Monday. Annie, I tried to post a link of Bjork turning into a bear, but link no bueno. It didn't work. You is it, Timothy? Right on. Timothy. I love that name. No shit, Meeps. Meeps says, Tim, you're unbelievable. If you have an 80-acre ranch, just go park a caravan in the most remote part, and then you can sleep. Exactly. Leave the house to whoever needs. Take the house. I'm out of here. Yeah, get yourself a tiny house. Right, Tim? Get yourself a tiny house. All you need is the bed, really. Just, you can have those fat. You're a boy. You get up and go pee outside if you wake up. It's not a big deal. You're in California. It's not even that cold. Dude, potentially you could sleep outside all year long and be fine, right? It gets to minus 40 here, Tim. Really, at this point, unless you're at like minus, I don't know, 5 Celsius, you're fine outside. Bundle up. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Not sorry. I love sleeping outside. The only reason I don't sleep outside here is because I ain't got no fence and I'll probably get like. Anyways, I live near downtown, so I'm not sleeping outside alone here. I'd sleep outside in California in the middle of nowhere, in 80 acres and not care, but Tim, I tried sleeping outside, but that's what keeps me awake. I moved out of the house into the camp trailer so I can hear everything. Rar. I love night sounds personally. And Meeps is like, Tim, I can't help you anymore. Hugs. Annie, lots of people in Santa Monica, California sleep outside and all over that area now. Timo, I'm in Butte, how do I say that? Butte County, California, Butte, but I can't see that damn. I can't see that dam that broke. I can see that dam that broke. Oh wow, really? When the levee breaks. Okay, I'm gonna pull another card and then I'm gonna take a break. I need to move around. I need to move around. Oy. Hummingbird. Annie, hummingbird sank. Be here now. $34, hummingbird, be here now. The hummingbird's wings beat so swiftly it can hover in seeming stillness as it drinks deeply from a flower. Hummingbird spirit comes to remind you that the beauty and sweetness of life is in the eternal now, the timeless present. Here and now, you're becoming the person you wish to be, to have the experiences you wish to have. Focus your energy on the flower before you, for what you desire is being provided. Yes, there are blossoms everywhere, and the choices can be dazzling. Hummingbird spirit message is that you have no need to go about and search for something better. For all you require and desire is before you. I think not, but whatever. You will know this as you become still, feeling your connection to Spirit, who loves you unconditionally and will always provide for you. Let's go. Okay. Protection message. Nectar is everywhere, but the hummingbird spirit is here to remind you that flying from flower to flower, being all over the place, wastes precious energy. Be still. Be here now in the present moment, enjoying the sweetness and the sustenance available to you today. Focus on one flower today, just you. Nectar is there for you. The hummingbird spirit's message is that wherever you put your attention, that's where your energy is flowing. Are you focused on the sweetness, or are you focused on finding something better somewhere else? Always yearning and feeling that life is not enough and that you are not enough. All you seek is right here now. Appreciate the present, and you will see that you are where you need to be, and that you are enjoying what you are entitled to enjoy in this timeless, perfect moment. Okay. Oh my gosh. Alex, it's cold in Romania. Even the dog does not want to sleep outside. Oh, you clearly don't have huskies. Meeps Timo's channel. He's too dizzy to post the link himself. Timo, my grandkids were fighting over the puppies, so we got one for each and then an extra one. Like before, you mean, or now you've accumulated more? Annie, I've been called hummingbird by an ex. The buzzing sound? Meeps. Kind of sweet. It is. Okay. The colorful energy of you, Annie. And those green eyes of yours. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Those green eyes of yours. I swear. I made a green-eyed man. My son has green eyes. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta move. Here, I'll leave you with some entertainment. I was gonna ask you, Meeps, can you play a song? But if you're playing a song, you can't, they won't hear you. Oh, damn, okay, no, I just need a break. Just go, Jen. Happy Monday. I was in a stream. I think it was 2-3 days ago. I was waiting for the stream to start, and at one point I says in the chat, I was like, is anybody as excited of today as I am? And nobody answered, and so I was like, okay, well, I'll let you guys have fun, and I'm gonna go start my own stream, because I was in the chat, and it was like, nobody was talking, and it was like, oh my God. This feels like high school all over again. Me loves hummus. Hummus is something that I can make, but I've never mastered it because I've never tried enough times consistently. Like when I had my restaurant, it wasn't really a thing back then per se to have that in my restaurant. You know what I mean? Like it really wasn't a thing. But it's something that I'll either make hummus and it tastes like I like this because I put too much tahini. I figured out I'm really not crazy about tahini, but I need a little bit of it. So there needs to be a bit so that I enjoy it, but not too much because then it's like, ugh. Yeah, Meep says, Jen, I can play a song and then sing, but they won't hear ya. She's a hummingbird too, Annie. Faster than light, yeah. Backward and forwards too, eh? Hummingbirds and dragonflies, what they can do compared to other birds and stuff, other insects even. I was thinking last night to go and look up how to get Zoom so that I can like just be streaming and all of a sudden say like, okay, I like your comment. You want to come up and talk about it? So I can stop being alone up here. But then I was like, squirrel, I forgot. I forgot. I forgot. I know Zoom, you can have 40 minutes or half an hour or something, then you gotta pay for it or start over and over and over. And I know I would want to be able to not be cut off. We'll see what happens in the future. I'm not really so tech savvy of loading other things and then playing with stuff as I stream, so we'll see if it's meant to be. Meep says, I think Tim is a hummingbird as well. Nanny, oh, that's why hummingbird and hummus. Yes, I just realized hummus, hummingbird, yeah. Timo, I always buy food for the hummingbirds and the rest of them can eat chicken food. The damn mountain lions ate 10 chickens 2 months ago. That's a lot. Meeps, I clocked it, Annie Hummus. Rar, hummus dip with rosemary sourdough dipped right in the tub. Oh yeah. We bought at the bakery the other day. It was a new employee. He was there for, it was his 4th shift, he said. And he was like showing, like when I said, do you have, because they weren't at the normal place, I was like, do you got any baguettes? And he was like, yeah. And then he says something about how they have like an artisanal cranberry sea salt baguette. And I was like, and he's like, well, you can try it. There's slices over there. So I was like, oh yeah, I want to try it because it was with brie. And I know brie and cranberry is like raw, yummy. Anyways, he was so excited just the way that, you know what I mean? It was his 4th shift. The bakery is amazing. The products there are like, right? But it was just so cute the way he was just like excited about his job, right? It was awesome feeling. It was awesome feeling. Remember too, Annie, was it a month ago or 2 months ago when I came back crying because me and Lily had gone out and we had decided we were going to treat ourselves and go eat in a restaurant. And like we got no service. People were just like, blech. There was nothing stood out. When I came home, I just cried because I was thinking back to how many years I worked in food in general and in the public and how like, fuck, it was always a part of me to try to make people's experiences special or to at least give a shit to look them in the eye. And I'm not saying that in my like 30 years working in restaurants, I never had a day where I didn't, I acted certain ways. But there's also days where if I was going to act certain ways, I fucking stayed home. And so it's like ever since that day, and I cried, and I had talked to you and Kelly about it, Annie, about just how it hurts to be spending money, because I don't mind spending money. It's beautiful. That's how it flows. But to not get the service with it and nothing. And so it's like one of the things I've noticed is that ever since I had that release of how shitty it feels to be in society and nothing feels special, nobody really cares about their jobs, it seems like I'm getting amplified, being guided to go to places where people actually care now, right? So by actually living the feeling of really being disappointed of not having, like, I mean, I don't expect to walk into a restaurant and all of a sudden like become a superstar, right? But yeah, the walking in and somebody, if you've never been in a restaurant before, them asking, hey, are you, do you live around here? Are you a tourist? Starting conversations, right? Like it's so simple. And the place we had gone to is like kind of a little bit shishi where people think it's more special, but it was like, wow, we could have gone to McDonald's and it probably would have been nicer than this place, right? The shishi aspect made it that, I don't know, right? It was just like, whoa. Hey, Dawn Morning. How's you coming along with your coloring? I was thinking about it last night. I even went back to look at it in your community posts. How's it coming along, Dawn? How are you feeling today, sweetie? Yep, Meeps, I just shared it in the community post. It's one of the last things I did before I came in here was listen to the song. It's part of the reason too where I was debating, do I feel it, that energy of streaming, or don't I? And then I put on the song and I was like, yeah, I do. It was like, psh. Meeps, Faster Than Light is the name of the song that I just uploaded, my brother. Do you pronounce it Stefan or Steven? And I'm just wondering, Meeps, because I'm Canadian and French Canadian. So the option of both ways. I don't know, British, right? UK, how you guys pronounce it? I know, Tim. It's a hard it's a choice, right? As a landowner, there's the knowing of what is safe and what's best. Tim, I'm trying to be nice and not shoot the animals, but the damn mountain lions are dangerous. And they came from the California fires, so they're trying to survive. Exactly, Tim. So really, you're at that point where nobody's really going to come and help or do anything to relocate them, as far as I know, right? I could be wrong. I don't know what it's like. But yeah, that impasse of, and this is where animals do get dangerous, right? When they've been relocated because of construction or destruction. So one way or the other, humans are building something or there's destruction that happens, such as fires. And, they've lost their whole habitat. They're in survival mode. So the more that they're in survival mode, Tim, the more they're actually dangerous for you guys, for real. Right? Like, that's the truth. If it was just normal and it's your situation and it's just an excess of mountain lions a certain year, but even then, remember at the beginning of the stream, Tim, I even said, I have trapped in my lifetime for population control. It's important. Communities that don't understand if there's too many of one animal and what that does to an ecosystem of a community. And because there's too much humanity in areas, humans do have to step up and figure out what's best, right? Like, I mean, for us, beavers can change like roads overnight, right? Roads being covered with water. Beavers can, affect internet and stuff like that. So there is a population control to be had, and especially in the after the path of fires and stuff. And that's where Tim and anybody else listening, we can't save everyone, and we can't be putting up, like you said, you got the animals, you got your grandchildren that are going to come by and visit. It's that one time, right? Things happen so fast. Anyways, source, creator, animals, there is a circle of life. And anyways, I'm going to leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? Dawn says StreamYard is free for 10 hours a month. Yeah. I'd have to just pay for it right away. Like, when I start you know what I mean? Like, if I'm going to do something and then just be in mid-flow, 10 hours is nothing, right, Dawn? Like, I'm limiting my streams right now to between under 3 hours so that I come in more consistently, because it is easy for me to flow for 4 to 6 or 8 hours without even thinking about it, right? For real, it just flows. And I'm limiting in the sense I'd rather come in consistently than spread myself for one day for 6 hours, right? It's better for us all on some level, right? The consistency of me makes it that we all always have a little bit of time together, right? Annie, I buy birdseed, rabbit chow, and lettuce for the iguanas. Meep, says Annie. Ain't it odd how our brain detects stuff like that in texts? Yeah. Annie, where you said I saw Meeps, that's why I wrote it. Tim, went from a family of 7 and the kids finally moved on Count Garden and Garden Kids and they took all the dogs with them. And then I got the puppy from the one dog. Cool. Annie D says, yes, my dad would lament on my co-workers at the print shop too. No pride in workmanship or service anymore. Exactly. And I'm from, I'm from an area where they still pack your bags when you do groceries in most stores. From an area where they still will ask you if you want your windshield, they'll automatically wash your windshield or ask you if you want your oil checked when you bring your car in. And things have changed now because of the last three years of COVID. But that's where, you know what I mean? Like old school, small community where you don't have to ask for somebody to help you and you don't have to come back 3 times to get your bags at the grocery store. They see that you're a mom with a kid or that, you know what I mean? They see it and it's part of their job to give the service. Like even in convenience stores, it's shocking now that people don't even take the time to say hello or how's your day or have a good day at the end, right? Like the basics of just an exchange of energy. Meep says, well, Jen, your restaurant was for people who you considered family. I remember you feeding people free of charge when they had nothing, unlike the food service you went to. Yeah. My restaurant, I would say it was exactly the same as this is, except here I get to just sit here and I'm not busy making food at the same time as I'm talking to people, right? It's the same thing, just different. Like for real. Like that way that I'm talking and I'm focused and then all of a sudden I look and somebody came in and it's like that feeling of somebody walking into the room is the same as like when I had my restaurant. It's the same. How I'd be serving tables and then all of a sudden I would look up and somebody walked in. It's the same thing. I'll be in the middle of speaking when I'm streaming and you know what I mean? Like that feeling, right? Hey Nova guy. Stop in to say hi. Hopefully all is well. Yeah, me doing super good, dude. Thanks for coming in. How are you? You're halfway Dawn. Halfway Dawn with the lion. Halfway done with the lion. Right on, Dawn. It's pronounced Steven with the V. Thank you, Meeps. Steven with the V. Meeps says, Dawn, it used to be 20 hours for Streamlabs or whatever. Not sure if it changed. Yeah, 10 or 20, can't remember. Aw, sweetie. What happened? Oh my gosh. I was thinking about you yesterday because I had, we got coupons in the mail. Amber Lachelle says, hey Jen, I learned today I am not cut out for the fast food industry, LOL. I got a migraine trying to keep up, not to mention the anxiety. Oh yeah. Yeah, Amber. It's hardy. It's hard. It's not funny at all. The noises, the fast-paced, the energy of just, remember how I'd said too, if you got a good team, but even then, it's a whole other level. You could go work in a 5-star restaurant tomorrow that's all hands-on with no computers and shit, and you'd be like, you'd be fine, right? It's hard, sweetie. That's why. I wonder if part of it isn't for you to experience just like, what the fuck? Like, this is not for me, for the knowing of just how fucking hard it is. It is. It's wild. I've told employees when I can see it's their first day and I can see they're nervous and I look them in the eye and say, like, it's okay if you go cry in the back later, eh? Like, if you need to do that, if you need to go cry, do it, because that's what's going to help you to come back. And I look at them and I tell them, this is so hard. I'm really proud of you. You're doing good. And I'm one of those people too. So if I'm coming in and ordering a sandwich, you can be sure that I want extra cheese or I don't want it toasted. And so I'm like a tester for those people without meaning to be, but the most patient tester ever. I don't care if it takes an hour for them to fucking figure it out and learn how to do it in front of me, right? But yeah, it's something, eh? Amber, the team seemed all right, but man, my head's spinning. And they should be paid more. Yeah. And that's the fucking shitty part, right? Is that fast food places are making millions of dollars of profit. And then, I mean, think about the beauty, Amber, or anybody listening, of how. If you were really paid like a beautiful wage to be able to work there, how? Like, imagine how amplified the stress is knowing that you're working and you still don't have enough for what you need at the end of the fucking week. That's part of the stress too, eh? The knowing, the feeling of how it is to be serving people who think that you're less than them as well, right? People who think and assume that people who work in the fast food industry have no education. It's like, motherfuckers, you have no clue. You have no clue. I know nurses and teachers who work in fast food, right? There's a reason they didn't go back into the other stuff too. Staying out of the systems to, right, for themselves. But loves you, Amber. I tried to, hey TWP Popcorn, what's poppin'? Not much. I tried to work in a convenience store in 2016. I thought it was going to be so right. I'm so good at working in the public, this is going to be fine. But the lottery stuff was, holy shit, overwhelming. And all these little details of like just weird ass shit. And how like grouchy people were and stuff. Like, ew, 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 ew. I lasted not even 2 weeks. And when I was coming home, I was shaking and crying like a fucking baby from all the stupid stuff I had to learn that I didn't want to, you know what I mean? And I tried so fucking hard because it was like, I'm the mom, I gotta make money and blah, blah, blah. And it was like, I can't fucking do it. I don't know how people did it for years with masks on their faces to boot. Right, for real. Meeps, Amber, I freak out in those places when I'm on the customer side of the counter. Roar, not me. I'm patience. Meeps, when I'm in a fast food place, I'm thinking, hurry up. I want to get the hell out of here. Me is the opposite. When I'm actually in the fast food place or in my car or something, I'd rather take a little bit longer because then I know it's hot. Because if it's way too fast, then it's like, okay, that was waiting before I even got here. Like, I'd rather the fresh fries and wait for them. Amber says, I'm like that too, Meeps. I hardly ever go out to eat. Timo, I will make donation of fast food, but I won't eat it. The puppy likes the cheeseburgers. And Meeps is like, Tim, don't feed the pup fast food. It will wake you up several hours later. Yeah, stinky farts or something. Annie, the food is still poison. Sometimes I eat it, but not as much as the last 15 years. Yeah. I'm not going to go on about it too long, but a couple weeks ago when we went to do groceries, the food bank, there was someone collecting for the food bank, and I was looking, it was a pickup truck, and they were filling the back, and it was visible. They were making it so it was visible what they were collecting in order to encourage people to leave more, right? Blah, blah, blah. But as I looked at the pickup, the truck bed, and it's like, it's all poison. It's all boxes. There's nothing fresh. They don't accept. They don't accept, even if you decide to buy oranges, they won't accept them. You got to go in and go get the cereal box or the Kraft dinner, right? You can't buy fresh food and give it to the food bank here. And it's like, yeah, whether it's poison or not, it's mind over matter. Not all of us get the chance. Not all people get the chance to have, the fresh, the amazing, the organic, the grain fed, and all of that. So I put out the energy that it's not as bad as what we would want it to be, just to help for other people, right? If that makes sense. What you talking?
I can move the egg around the pan.
I know, it's very Amber, I love y'all too. I'm gonna keep looking. Right on, sweetie. A flower shop. Rawr. Meeps, says Amber, work in a flower shop. You'd be fine there. Timo, you should see that puppy eats. It's a battle to get something out of his mouth once he's got it. Is he going through like stuff? Like clothes and stuff? I was more thinking underwear, but sure, Meeps, like everybody leaves rubber balls around. Meeps is like, Tim, well, make sure you don't leave no rubber balls around. I was thinking more like underwear, but hey, yeah. Aww. The dingo ate my baby. Timo, he bit my finger to the bone. We trying to get the water bottle cap out that he was choking on. That's when I knew he's a pit bull and half dingo. Dingo, the dingo ate my baby. Circa 80s SNL, the dingo ate my baby, but yeah. Rawr, Meep says, just start your own flower shop, Amber. Find a wholesaler. Holy shit, Meeps is on a roll. Amber, you got a new career. Oof, yeah, the little things, eh? Meeps is like, Tim, I give up, part 2. Well, you know what, Meeps? Things happen in 3s, so something else is coming. Get ready, because 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Maybe you'll get it on the 3rd try. Oh my God, I feel Coldplay. It's starting that song. I will try to fix you. I will try to fix you. You know that song I mean by Coldplay, I will try to fix you. I think it's a beautiful song, and I don't care what they say. I will always try to fix people in the best way with their consent as possible, but the little background band is singing, I will try to fix you, Timothy. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Pitbull dingo. I'm gonna need an update video to see what the dog looks like. I do. Oh my gosh. Annie says, shoot, we can't get farm fresh anything here. No healthy stuff. There's 1 or 2, but it's so pricey. It's a treat, not regular. No healthy stores. Really, Annie? You wish about the flower store? Amber. Well, if you really want a flower store, look up the ones that are in your neighborhood and just go walk right in and ask if they got a job. Why not? Right? And if they don't, say, okay, well, I'm next in line when somebody quits or when you guys need help. Why not? When I had my restaurant, and this is for anybody listening who doesn't understand from the perspective of somebody who is an owner, right? But when I had my restaurant, I had days or weeks where I was like, holy shit, if somebody would just walk in here today and say, do you need help? Holy shit, right? What, like, and it wasn't I couldn't afford somebody per se, but I had deals and stuff I could exchange, and I even, you know what I mean? Like that dream thing of like, well, fuck, I knew somebody who did this 3 years ago, right? He left his stuff, left his fucking state, and then he ended up in another state, live in, working in a restaurant, right? But I can see myself and the knowing that if somebody, because some people did say like, well, I would love to work here, and it's like, well, I don't need any help right now, and then them saying, looking at me and saying, well, if you ever need anybody, call me, right? But remember I said to you the other day too, Amber, when you were going for the job, it's not about if they want you, it's about if you want them. Like the flip of that, like when you're an employer and you actually need people. And another life story, when I moved to a certain place, it's called Sunbeam. You can Google it and check it out. Callender, Ontario. It's a real place, Sunbeam. When I moved there, right, so there was tenants who lived year round, but there was also tourists that came to the cottages year round as well. So you got land, it's half tenants and half tourists. So when I moved into my house, I looked at the owner and I said, like if ever you need help around the grounds doing this, that, or whatever you can think of or whatever you need, could you think of me first? And he looked at me, he's like, oh, I'm all good for the year, but if anything ever happens, I'll let you know. I was like, thanks. Well, but he looked at me, he's like, don't count on me. Like, don't count on the fact that anything's going to happen, right? I don't know, but if anything. Anyways, it didn't take more than 3 days, and somebody was like, she got a wonderful job opportunity where, boom, she was done. I think it took a week or two, so I had time to unpack, to think about searching for a job, and then boom, there it was. The woman who was working, who, loved what she was doing, found something that was closer to where she was living, so she didn't have to drive anymore. So there I was, right? So if ever you have a place you would want to work, like literally walking into that place with a resume and a smile, and you telling them you're going to work here someday, you know what I mean? Like manifest that shit, right? Manifest it. Walk in and say, like, you might not need me today, but you'll call me sooner than later, right? And some of it you're saying internally, but some of it, say it externally. The world lacks authenticity right now. The world lacks boldness, right? For real. So, you know what I'm saying? Neve says, Annie, go watch last 2 weeks episode of High Wire. You can source true organic from a special farming guest. Yeah. Because you have so much sun, it doesn't matter if it's like how it is outside, like the potential for you to grow things in your window as well. Like I was looking at yesterday, like just how many things can be just you know what I mean? Like you can butt a celery and then more will grow. And same with Boston lettuce, for example, and stuff like that, right? So I was thinking of trying to make stuff, and it's like, I don't have windows where anything can grow. I can't even regerminate, I forget what the word is, if that's it, a celery, because there's no light in my kitchen. Timo, I'm lucky I never had to wear a mask during the funny shenanigans. I started to at one point because of being the only woman with a child in areas, and it just got overwhelming. It's not up to Lily to have to deal with the looks, and it just got overwhelming to be the only fucking woman ever, always. And it wasn't because a part of it, I wouldn't say I was afraid, but it was what's the best thing to do for my sovereignty? And the best thing to do was to fucking like stop standing out, because it didn't feel good to me anymore. It was giving me anxiety to go do things. And I started to realize, you know what, like if people can wear this 8 hours a day, that if everybody would have quit their jobs, we would have been fucked, right? As a society. So I don't see people as sheep. I see them as the people that we need, right? So I flipped my perspective around to make it easier for me and Lily, because at some point, everything inside of me was saying it's for the greater good, right? When you got women looking at you up and down or yelling at you violently, I'm done, right? Like, whoa, there's no way I'm gonna get the shit kicked out of me or my car fucking something happen because of the anger part, right? Because I was making people so angry. But yeah, it was for the greater good. This being said, Ontario is considering to bring back the mandate of masks. So we're at a paradigm right now where, you know what I mean? We're one of those places that's very fear-based, and it's coming to a head of choices. Big time here. Meep says I had to wear deep diving equipment. Timo, you might as well have a spacesuit on. I think it's water up there anyway. I know, Amber, and that's the yuckiest things about other humans, and I'm so sorry. Amber says, I'm so broke, and everyone's telling me a job is a job, but I just can't. That's the rudest thing that other people can tell you. It's like, fucking bitch, help me out with money or shut the fuck up. You don't know. And that's where we're at as a paradigm, Amber, is that we're not there anymore. We're the ones flipping the script of no, it's not just a job. My body is supposed to be comfortable there. You're not supposed to have a migraine at work, Amber. You're not. And other people that don't care any, right? Because they did it. That's the thing. This is the paradigm I've been in for a long time of you should just be working harder. You should just be doing this. You don't think about your future because you're not getting this. You're not. Well, fuck. I think I really have thought about mine and Lily's future of our bodies because I haven't been part of the experiments, right? I'm not going to know in 5 years what the result is of doing everything like I've been told, like I was told I had to. But no, a job is not just a job, right? We're flipping that paradigm, and it's so hard. It's so hard, right? We're flipping that paradigm from parents and grandparents who literally made themselves sick to pay for the houses that we lived in. They literally made themselves sick. They did. You know what I mean? Okay. But wouldn't you want better for another generation? Like, what the fuck is it with humans who just think that others have got to work harder or feel like shit just because they did? Right? Meep, says Tim. Don't worry about sleep. Give me a caravan on the outskirts of your ranch and I'll be no trouble at all. Meeps comes to America. Holy shit. If Meeps is going, I want one too. Right? If Meeps is coming from the UK, I'm coming from Canada. I don't know how we're going to make this happen, but... Timo says sometimes people come up for a few weeks. I always help the travelers. Meep, says Tim, they won't let me into your country without my NASA suit. The unjabbed. Alex, I want the money to manifest, not the actual job. Exactly. But, you know, as much as you want to say that as a joke, that is where we're at. It's not about job. It's about flow. It's not actually money that we need either. It's the exchange of services, right? Oh. Meep says, Jen, we was talking in code, me and Tim. And Tim's like, I'm trying to speak in code. I don't know. I'm just saying stuff randomly. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. I'm just saying stuff randomly. No, Tim, don't switch to numbers. A is 1, B is 2. No, if we go into numbers, oh my gosh. I know, honey. Amber, I really have to, and I'm not lazy. I just ain't found my place in the world. Exactly. And the saying that a job is a job is a job for now, yes, on some level that's true. But a job is a job for now is where, for example, you're taking care of somebody's dog or somebody's kids as you wait for the job that's not going to hurt your body, right? So if you were dog walking, if you were babysitting, because I'm sorry, it's a pretty penny to be a nanny right now or to be taking care of kids. I don't care where you live, it's a lot of fucking money. So that's where the saying a job is a job is a job, where you're doing something that is of a natural skill set for you, right? Doing something like that and to step into something bigger, because a job is a job. Going to learn everything you got to learn at fast food and then handling that and then doing it, that's not the same. So hey sweetie. Quiet listener, good afternoon, Genevieve. Everyone in chat. Me liked your that was a fun live stream last night, sweetie. I wasn't super chatty in the chat. I did make my presence known. I don't like to be like lurking, but I wasn't chatty. I was more mesmerized, to be honest. So thank you for your stream last night. Yes, we'd be sleeping the opposite. Meep says, me and Jen in the same caravan. I can see it now. Two in a bed, her foot in my face as we're both trying to sleep. You wouldn't want to be in the same caravan as me, Meeps. Oh my God. Me not sleep so much. And when I do, it's in a ball. So your face would maybe be safe. Now I can't help it. I got Spanish caravan, right? Seeing the word caravan open over and over and over. Spanish caravan. The doors. Meeps, and then Tim's puppy crashes the party. Alex says 1 and 1 equals 3 sometimes. Timo says he's a bad puppy. He's not bad, he's just naughty. Ah, shit. Timo. Yeah, right. He knocked the barbecue over and cut himself on the fire. Ouch. Choking, barbecues flying everywhere. Oh my gosh, Tim. Maybe Lily's right and puppies are harder than kids. When you said earlier that puppies are harder than kids or kids are harder than puppies, whatever.
Yeah, but what's the context why?
Because at one point the puppy is choking on a water bottle lid or whatever it's called, and he bit him when he was trying to get it out. But then the puppy knocked over the barbecue and got cut because of if you touch yourself, it cuts, a burn. It's a burn, a cut, whatever. But that's what I'm visualizing, anyways. Yes, Annie D. Caravan AZ. Oh, yes. Annie's my destination, no matter what. Where me and Annie choose to go after, or me, you know what I mean? But Annie is the first. That's for sure. And caravan is a big thing, too. I was thinking yesterday, you know how we're talking about, like, potential vehicles and stuff, and I might joke around about the blue truck a lot, right? Or joke around. I don't joke about the blue truck. It's part of my synchronicities and stuff, but logically, economically, and just for like sense and purposes, it's either a hatchback or some sort of SUV or a van that we need. No matter what, Annie, when we gave up everything in 2019, me and Lily, we gave up Sunny too, our cat. We thought we were just like boarding him until we came back or until we knew where we were going to live, but we didn't get him back. And there's no fucking way that Bo gave us energy for all this year and that means leaving him behind or boarding him or giving him to anybody. I don't want to take a fucking plane. I don't want to be on a fucking plane. I don't want to be a fucking plane. And it's a vehicle. And the vehicle has to be able to get me across fucking America for real. Not just, you know what I mean? It's not just to go do groceries. It has to be that the cat's safe in the fucking vehicle. And I ain't got like a cat that's already happy to be in a vehicle. It would be a whole adapting. But, and I say that, and there's so many fucking loopholes and stuff to go through before that part, but still, that's why, like, just, there's a reason that things have to be step by step, because grabbing one thing to have a timeline to not be taking a cab is fucking up the timeline that is, you know what I mean? We're meant to be living this part right now because it's the bigger thing that we need, right? The van, right? To get. Anyways, now I'm decoding and talking out loud and completely going against what the card said earlier about, like, just keep things under your sleeve and don't go, like, telling everybody, right? So I'm just gonna shut up and, like, we'll talk about this later, Annie. But the word caravan is just, it's activating. Aw. Tim. Yeah, fast food. My son joined the army and I was so pissed when he went to Afghanistan. Shitballs, dude. Yeah. I would say I'm living the same thing on a whole other level, Tim, with my daughter and the choices she's making this year. We're not talking, she tried to join the army 3 years ago and that did not go well here. I know, this is a whole other story of a fucking joke, but yeah. Yeah. But the choices, and it's like, I'm so detached. There's a part of me that was really prepared that when the timelines of my older children, and even Lily, I'm already being prepared of her future timelines on some level, right? To not be a helicopter mom. It's not gonna happen. But yeah. Meeps. Hey, Jackie Fox, 333, sending you all love. Back at you, sweetie. Meeps, when I was a kid, I had to sleep with my sister at one time because we was poor. I had to kick her when she was asleep. I had to sleep with my sister off and on when we were little too. I actually did kick her a lot too. You know what I used to do to her, Meeps? I would put water so it looked like she peed, and then she'd get in trouble until that one time that I forgot and I put cold water instead of hot, warm water. And so by putting cold water and making it look like she peed, I woke her up and got busted. So it wasn't her peeing all that time, it was me making her pee so that she'd get in trouble. I'm still proud of myself for that. Not even joking. In the sense that little sisters can be little shits that get the older sister in trouble all the time. So if the older sister can find a way to get the little sister in trouble, you know, I still got my karma and got busted. But hey, it was fun till it lasted. It was fun till it lasted. It was fun while it lasted. Annie now must come. Cloud would love. Bo and Cloud even know. I'm not sure about how Bo would be with another cat, but we'll figure that out when the time comes.
She'd be good. Just not with a dog.
Yeah.
Which we're going to have to figure that out at some point.
Yeah. Lily says, I think Bo would be good with a cat, just maybe not with a dog, and we're going to have to figure that out at some point, she says. Yes, someday. Meep says, I was thinking about you today, and Josh. Jackie, all right on. Alex says, you were an evil little boy, Tony. He's still an evil little boy. And I say that in the most justful way. Ooh, right on, Timo. YouTube gave me the boots again. These boots are made for walking. What color boots? My last boots I bought are brown.
I have white.
Oh, damn. Meep says, Jen, you don't understand. You're talking in code again. Ooh, my sister really did pee on me. That's why I used to kick her. And Alex is like, oh my God. She was 5 at the time. I was 7. You better watch out, Meeps. Yeah, I'm gonna remember that story. Oh, was it her baby teeth? Oh my God, Dimo, my youngest granddaughter, got her 2 front teeth knocked out by the oldest sister with 1 kick. That's why I nicknamed them Battle Babies. BB, Battle Babies. Oh my gosh. Sometimes Lily's so rough with me. I told her last night she's going to break me.
You can't break a whole person.
You can break a whole person by piece. That I'm sure of. But she's so freaking rough and like, it's just like, I'm not used to this. This being said, you know, she's gonna overgrow me, guys. I have to like stay my savvy ways. Oh, please don't brush my hair when it's like curly. That's, ugh. She's got the giggles, yes. BB Boo. Feeling baby? The baby battle babies. Oh my gosh. Jade. Jade. Is her name Jade by any chance? I swear, if you say one of them names is Jade. Whose name is Jade or Jaden? Close. There's one somewhere close. Jade. Treasures within. Consciousness of abundance. Recognizing that you are more than enough. Even the smallest crystal has the power to transmit energy. Channeling information from the conscious universe. Electronic equipment contains crystals so small you might not even realize they're there. So too, do you have hidden strengths you might be overlooking? Treasures within that can give you the strength and courage as you break free from the past and venture into the unknown. These treasures can serve as talismans to remind you that you have enough and you are enough. You are stardust, the stuff of galaxies, a light being with every quality present in the universe. Goodness, bravery, love, you name it, it's there. Jade Spirit has arrived to tell you to not underestimate yourself. You have so many facets and so many assets to share and to grow. Whatever eludes you, open up to the bounty of the conscious universe and look within. Because wait, where did that come from, you might quickly ask? Because it was there all along. Qualities formerly concealed as well are being made apparent. They're being made visible to you now so that you can use them for healing, growth, and co-creating for the greater good. Meep says, Lily, I know your mom never told you this, but I need you to know she's mastered Kung Fu some years back. Meeps knows me. Oh, shit. Now look what you did, Meeps. You got me in trouble. Meeps. taking the power from me. Meeps, what am I gonna do? She shut the lights. You're funny. Now I'm really scared. Snorting, I'm sorry. Oh my God. Okay, no touching. Okay, I'm gonna take a break because apparently I'm gonna have to work on some electricity here. I swear. Okay, Lily, stop touching my hair, okay? Please don't do it again. Ha ha. Ha ha.
But I know.
Do you see? Do you see? Yes, it's born free. Tim, how old are they? They will sing any song. My daughters are dangerous. They'll sing any song that people consider racist, but it's just a song. Meep says, Lily, the dark ain't gonna help you. Oh my gosh. I swear, this is what I go through. Shitballs, Tim. I spent the weekend with the kids and they're still ripping each other's hair out. Oh my gosh. Grasshopper, save electricity, yes. Alex, she's more hard on me than my dad. Her, it's not because she cares about the money, because she's not paying for it. She wants it to be dark. Stop.
I'm a vampire.
She's a vampire. She should be in like Transylvania. I don't know, but she activates after dark as well. So.
Yes, I'll be tired all day, and then as soon as it's dark, I'm like. That's your card.
Don't do it again, okay?
That's your
Please.
card. I'm glad no one.
So that just fell from the sky from my bouncing spawn. I spawned her. I spawned her. Timo, my girls are red hair and they look like aliens. What do you mean aliens? Do they have special features? Like their eyes are different? Or aliens just because their hair's so red that it stands out so much? I freaking love red hair. It's my favorite. He has he has red strands in my hair. I'm almost a redhead. Timo, their mama didn't think it was very funny. Yeah. What age are they? Timo, the girls heard the song, throw the juice down the well, and they didn't know what it was. They were just singing. Yeah, my daughter did that all the time. So Amy went from being completely French, not wanting to learn English, even if everybody in our family spoke English, having it near her, but not. And then when I moved to Ontario, wanting to live with me, learning English for real, to change schools, to go from complete French to English, French immersion. And there was a time, she still will do it today, and she's 22, because she was ingrained to learn in French so much that still some stuff, but it gets better over time. But the taboo stuff, she still does it. Like, no joke, she'll probably do it her whole life, I swear. Where she don't know what she's talking about, and she's using a word, and it's just like, wee, this word is like awesome, and it's like, do you realize what you're saying? It's like, oh yeah. It's like, do you realize what you're saying? So I'm trying to find examples, but she was 10, 11, 12 and singing songs, but the uncut version, and really just like, right, the not politically correct to be singing really loud either at her age, or even any age, the way that the words were, but completely just like, wee, right, singing, like no inhibition. She didn't know the words she's saying. Or just certain things are super racist. And then my stepkids were half black, right? At the same time. So saying things super racist about all sorts of nationalities, because that's the jokes she heard at school with the other kids. But then they liked that she said the stuff backwards and didn't tell her. And I had that happen to me. When I moved to Quebec from Ontario in my early 20s, I didn't know the common expressions of the region, and I spoke French, but broken French, because I'd never lived in it for real. So when I started living in it, half of the stuff I said out loud, speaking proper French, was considered like taboo or a joke or like really a sexual innuendo, and it was like, I didn't know. So imagine you're a waitress, you're working, and you're serving a table, and you're saying something out loud in the language that people speak, but in a way that is terms that, sometimes it's just a certain community that thinks a word sounds a certain way, so they've made it into what they want. But I would bring myself and step into like, oh, that's not what I meant, and they'd be like, I know, ha ha ha, right? But how other people, I could hurt their feelings or offend them when I said something, but it's like, but I'm English, I don't know what I'm saying yet, right? The same thing as a kid, they don't know. Aw, 6, 7, and 8, yeah. And with what's on the radio and what people hear, and it's that age where the common things that actually people say and stuff, if you're walking even just down the street or a mall, like what people say, that it's just normal, right? Yep. I found it hard when my kids sometimes would get in trouble at school, because depending on what it was very hard to keep a straight face and to want to be an authority figure for them, right? So, I don't know, one example, my son in grade 1 stepped off the school bus and smacked another kid with his metal lunchbox. This big construction metal lunchbox. Smacked a kid in the head. It ended up fine, and it wasn't that bad, but he got suspended for 1 day in grade 1 for being violent. But the truth of the story is that when he stepped off the bus, one kid was picking on another, and he just saw the kid picking on the other one and went and clocked him. Right? Sammy's bigger, the other 2 little kids are there, one needs saving, he clocked him. So truly, what he was doing was, in the highest perspective, he was doing the teacher's job. The teacher, somebody should be watching 4, 5, 6-year-olds as they're exiting a bus and as other kids are there, right? If there had been an adult watching, nobody would have needed to be smacked. Somebody would have been seeing it. But, so it was really hard to be like authority and because he was helping another kid. The kid that he smacked in the head with the lunchbox, they're still friends today. right? There are still friends today. That kid knew not to fuck with Sammy anymore, Sammy's friends, and now, you know, they're 25 and they're still friends now. So, you know, the smack in the head. Yeah. Alex, you gonna go to sleep?
I found a lunchbox that was literally the exact same thing.
Yeah.
At the secondhand store.
A couple of months ago, yeah.
I was playing settings because I remember because it was so long.
Yeah, Tim, the 8-year-old had to take a special.
Also, creepy room with dolls.
Oh yeah,
Like you would get possessed by a demon.
Timo, the 8-year-old had to take a special class from school because she called a boy an a-hole. Yep. And really, it's like Tim, I don't even watch TV, but when I pass by TVs and there's commercials and there's certain things, it's like shocking the way that commercials or animated, you know, the way. So, you know what I mean? Sonic 2. One of the best parts about Sonic 2, I ain't gonna lie, we went and saw it at the theater. I rarely go, but when I do, Sonic, it's my dude, it's Sonic. But one of the funnest things about Sonic 2 is Jim Carrey plays on words the whole movie, not actually swearing, but twisting swear phrases around with other words. So he puns the whole way through, cussing and swearing and saying bad shit, but covered through the other words, right? That match and that rhyme. It's awesome. It's one of the things that made it the movie actually super intriguing and good, the wordplay that's adult-esque. But the kids are still sitting beside us and they still know words, and Lily knows wordplay as good as, she actually knows wordplay more than most grown adults, right? So, right, there's stuff she might not understand, but the words of it exposed everywhere, right? I think that, I don't know, the things that we think are serious that our kids do are actually the things that make them the boldness that they are, right? You want to raise sovereign kids that are expressive, well, there's a lot of expression that comes beforehand. Yeah. Right on, Tim. We're teaching the kids to learn the words that don't get the butt hurt about it. Yeah, for real. Yeah, Sammy is the best. Thanks for being here, Alex. Have a good sleep. Yeah, Meeps, where you say it's not what's said that matters, it's the sentiment behind the song or even spoken word that really matters. Meeps says, night, Alex. I won't keep you awake an hour extra tonight. Rest well. Meep says, I've never heard that expression before. Pleads the fifth. Then he retracts it. We're teaching. What did it say? Can I press on a retracted message? No. No one knows what it said. I didn't get to see it. Ah. Are you listening in at the same time? Just not writing, sweetie? He loves you. Check in, looking through boxes in the garage. Just look at the screen one time really fast if you can, Annie. Lily was jumping up and down earlier, and the print, thank gosh, because there's a lot of glass and weird ass shit up there, the print with the 3 dragonflies fell.
I gave that.
She gave it to me, yes. I don't know, maybe it's just because there's going to be dragonflies or there's already dragonflies around you, but I just felt to share that. Meeps, I'm not telling you, Jen. It's okay. You boys can keep the secret from me. Under my own eyes. That will teach me to be more on the ball, right? That'll teach me to be more on the ball and look at my screen. Rar. I can help her, Tim, if she needs help in French. Oh my gosh. Tim, the oldest granddaughter, is learning French because she thinks she can learn more words than her sisters won't understand. And that makes it even funnier. Yeah. Oh, yeah. One of the funnest things of being French and not around a lot of other French people is like with me and my sister, though. It's even funnier, though, if one of them chooses to learn with her because how they can use it together. Or if she finds a friend that actually speaks French, then everybody's screwed. I'm not even lying. I've made grown adults angry because they think that we're talking about them. Me and my kids, for example, if we're talking, French, and are you talking about me? No, we're not, right? Oh, you can go far playing with that. She's smart. Yeah, she needs to, I'm going to wish her a French best friend. You? Do you want a French best friend too? No, Tim's granddaughter. Tim's granddaughter, you know. Roar. Timo, the funny part is when those girls start singing, they all join in, no matter what. Aw. I'm kind of seeing like the mini, like California, The Sound of Music. Like the Von Trapp family singers, where just like one starts to like, whoa, and then they all start to wee. Except redheads, roar. They're kind of like the Rankin family. I don't know if they were actually all redheads, the Rankin family, though. That's a Canadian band, though. Just saying. That sounds like a movie. Sometimes people with red hair make me want to pass out.
Why?
Because of the energy is so powerful. Like it's overwhelming. Certain people with red hair have done that to me. Like random, that I'm just standing there and they're close to me. Like when I was in Cape Breton, I was dizzy like half the time from the energy of just being surrounded with people with red hair most of the time. I think one of the hardest parts is being surrounded by people who are full of magic and they're not even aware of their own magic. And I think that's 3/4 of the reason why we were only allowed to stay for a little bit of time and had to leave. I remember at one point I was hugging and I was meeting somebody and I asked her to hug her because she was so fucking beautiful with red hair. And her name was Doreen. Her name was Doreen. And you know the song Come On Eileen by Dexy's Midnight Runners? I fucking love that song since the day it came out. I was there the day it came out. For real. Because my dad was cool and he knew the song. But anyways, so Come On Eileen. And when I met her and she's so beautiful and her red hair, and I was shaking in front of her like other people would shake in front of fucking Brad Pitt or Julia Roberts. Like those people wouldn't affect me like at all. But the energy of her hair and just her eyes, and she was connected to me in that moment. And when she said her name was Doreen, I was like, whoa, I'm probably not the first one to say this, but that rhymes with Eileen. So come on, Doreen. And I started singing and she looked at me and she's like, no, nobody's ever done that to me before. And I was like, oh, well, they should. It rhymes and it sounds good. And then I asked her if I could hug her because she was so like raw. And in an energy type of way, not creepy girls or stuff, right? But yeah. My best friend in high school, Jen, she had red hair and I would like brush her hair and like almost cry, or just my fingers felt it. The electricity, like the power in her hair. My fingers could feel it. For real. Yeah. That's cool. Timo, their older brother says you better run when you pick on my sisters. And he doesn't even have to do anything. Exactly. Damn, I wished for a big brother. I wished for a big brother so much that I always manifested good guy friends in school. Because damn, if I can't have a brother, right? I can't just all of a sudden have an older brother. Well, I guess technically it could have happened, but in different ways. But whatever. I manifested my own brothers. You know what I mean? To have that feeling. Meeps, intended words are an expression of a person's feelings, but general words that innocent people sing have no ulterior motive. They're just being happy. Yeah, exactly. It's like the way that, you know what I mean? Like people will sing along to Spanish songs, right? Everybody thinks they know the words to La Bamba until you get to like karaoke and you realize you didn't know any of the fucking words to La Bamba all along. You know what I'm saying? Bala bala la bamba. Right? Everybody thinks they know the words, but just you can listen to words from another language and be taken away. But sometimes if you actually know the words word for word, you're shocked by what you're listening to as well. You know there was an intent of something, but you didn't quite know those words were the ones being used. Are you kidding me? Dexy's re-released Plan B last week. Meeps, so things are happening that sometimes, like this morning, I felt like I got kicked in the balls. You know that feeling, guys, when you get kicked in the balls? And I don't even have balls, and that's how I felt this morning, of talking about someone that is completely like, what? Doesn't, right? Comes out of nowhere, but then what the actual reality in real time of that person is. Re-released Plan B last week. Meeps, I'm genetically red. I'm a nutter. Oh, I hope it's okay that I laughed, Timo. I had red hair. Oh, I love you, dude. I had red hair. I'm going to read it in a tone. I had red hair, and then my son changed it to white at 21, that little asshole. Okay, you might not giggle like that, but... Oh, no, Tim. Oh, I should never let my kid dress in camo. What? Me loves camo. I'm like, shit, should I hide my legs? I should have never let my kid dress in camo. I dress in camo all the time, Tim. Believe me, it gives me no, like, I'm not going to enlist. They would not take me. Timo, I keep it cut short so no one notices, but I'm only full of myself. What does that mean? Keep it short. Grow the wings. Grow your wings. Whee! Meep says, P.S. I'm almost 60 now. My hair is almost gone. Most of my hair is gone. Heck yeah, less brushing. Trying to see and catch up to the chat. I get giggling and then I can't see straight. I start giggling and I can't see straight. Meep says, oh my god, Tim, that happened to me too, but at age 23, and I was never a true redhead after that. I wasn't either, but it happened. I started having gray hair, like when I was a kid, I would notice them, and then in my 20s, so I don't really think it's because of my children or anything. Oh, Tim. Okay, Tim is clarifying. If I retract a message, it's because it was misspelled, right? So you trying to lay down, it's not because I was being creepy. It's because I'm a good speller. It's because I want to spell right. Okay, I get it. I always leave my spell check errors as they are. I think that sometimes there's sinks in it, and other times it's just like, if I actually took back all of my spell check error comments, everything I had, everything I have would be edited. 'Cause I 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 Meeps. Plan B has the comments disabled though. I noticed that Kevin Rowland now speaks the part that a young girl originally spoke. Not sure what went on with that, i.e. Dexy's Plan B. The remix Plan B. I don't know, but I want to try to remember to go listen to it. He's not even joking. I might not have had it the day that it came out, but in the first weeks or so, like my dad was just so enamored, right? And my dad was of that thing where he would come home and he would have like one or more records, and it was like just all over the place. He really enjoyed everything, right? So he enjoyed things in real time as it came out or close, that other of my people's parents wouldn't listen to that, right? Never. Right? So I can remember my dad walking into the house with, Culture Club, Big Country, and Peter Schilling, boom, all in the same, like the three, and it just being like, huh? Okay, let's check this out. I'm literally in, like, legit, we're living in Edmonton, Alberta. I'm in grade 4 or 5. He would want to listen to things in real time, right? The 8-track, then the album, then the cassette. My dad liked all genres of music and exposed and had it around, right? He had it around for us. And what he didn't have around, his work buddies or my uncles or something had it, right? So I can see myself, and I told this to my dad's cousin last year. In my family, a couple people, like one of my uncles, he had like a whole room that was just albums and the record player and stuff, and I can't describe it so much. I was only between, like, I don't know, my youth, right? I can't remember. Under 15-ish. Anyways, but I'd be allowed when we went there for family suppers, or we went there, I would babysit his son sometimes too, my nephew, whatever. And but I was allowed, and this is a big deal, right? To be allowed to touch the records and play them, and however I wanted. My only thing was I had to put them back and be careful. And I fucking respected that, right? Anybody who grew up in another era, we had to work hard to hear our favorite songs, right? We didn't just all of a sudden fucking want to hear a song and there it is. I can see myself waiting for weeks to listen to my favorite song because I don't have it. And but being gifted, we didn't have a musical family of people who played music, but people who were intrigued and interested in music to have it around. And eclectic, not just certain, right? Plus the exposure that I have to French, Canadian, French Canadiana, and European, because of the ripple effect of Francophone music from Europe being in French Canada. So that's a lot of, you know what I mean? A lot of different genres and tones and cadence and styles and just textures of different layers of music, right? Yeah, so anyways, what I was getting to is I can see myself and, listening to the album when it came out, Dixie's Midnight Runners. The one with, yeah. One that it was a cassette by the time though, and we've talked about this before, Meeps, but I can't help it. It feels like it needs to come back up today, is the whole album of Dire Straits, Brothers in Arms. Specifically that song, but the whole album, Brothers in Arms, how that was like a front to back album for me. Right? And I had the cassette, and I can still see the cassette in my mind's eye, because you know how some cassettes were imprinted inside, like on it, with like a brownish, goldish writing, or silver or white, because the cassette was black, or it was clear and it had black writing or whatever. But some cassettes were black and then they had a sticker. And the Dire Straits sticker was blue with the guitar coming out, just like and it fell off. So it fell off one side and then it fell off the other, and I can still see it in my mind's eye. You wear the earplugs when they sing sometimes? Yeah. Seeing the girls as sirens. Aw, Annie, me so happy. Good. Finding treasure. So blessed. God is good. Good. I wish you amplified. Roar. Timo, the middle one, thinks that the moon is Earth, and she won't argue and never give up. That's awesome. Meep system, just so you know, I have no idea. No intention of putting that in context, and we don't know the definition of contexter, says Tim. Thank you. I'll find the link to the Dexies. Yes. The girl's name, the red puppy, Dexter. Heidi's dog is Dexter, and Anita's dog is Dexter. Didn't you say your puppy's name was Moose? Or was you Dexter and someone else Moose? I don't mean to get mixed up, but I do have hundreds of people who do pass through, and sometimes I get names mixed up. I try not to. 26, great big love. Love without conditions. Romantic love, and how that experience changes you. Deep and profound, harmonious connections, soulmates. Love heals all wounds and begins all of life. It sustains you when you are starving for grace, when you stumble and fall, when you lose sight of your purpose, and when you fall prey to the limited perspective of ego. Now's the time to fall in love and call in the awareness of the great big love that made you, which is ever pulsing through your veins. There's a heightened sense of awareness in the beginning stages of relationships when nothing else matters but who's in front of you. You see them, you see yourself in them, and you move in sync with the cadence of your hearts. You surrender to the magic you share and engage in a harmonious dance that is seamless in its movements, rising and falling with each moment and each breath. Although this card may portend such an intimate connection, you don't have to wait for a partner to experience it. You're being invited now to explore love in all its beauty. Can you love without conditions, without needing people to be perfect? Do you love your life, what you do, and how you contribute to the world? Today, invite love in with a capital L. You'll be amazed, and your very questions may be changed as a result. Love is the strength that you need today, the lens that you must look through to find the truth and your way. Love is the way, the only way, and the only answer. Way. Woo, that's a lot of ways. Hey, Seek First Sight. Nicholas. How's it going, E? How's it going, dude? Welcome. Happy Moon Day. Just stopping, passing through. Cool. Everything okay? Oh. Just found a card with the old time train photo on it. Oh, I was checking to see if you sent it to me. About to go to work? Right on. Whistle while you work, dude. I hope you have an awesome shift. Ooh, we're gonna pull one of these. Timo, the ones are learning language from singing, which is pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, that's okay, Meeps. You don't have to do that. I'll figure it out if I'm meant to. Still looking for it. I wish I could just check on my Spotify if it's loaded through there, but I only have it on my iPad. I can't check on my phone. Yeah. You know what's cool too is that I always learn from singing more than certain ways because of the imprinting, the cadence, right? There's so many songs of stuff to learn just normal things in a sing-songy way, and so many ways to get it, right? And I say that in the way that just because something exists doesn't mean it resonates with somebody to listen to. And that's why the beauty of when people, right, if people cover a song or read a book, and okay, so when you go online to listen to an audio book, you got so many choices, but instead of thinking like, why is everybody doing the same thing? No, because nobody is. Nobody sounds the same when they're reading. So it's cool that there's so many different people who allow themselves to share authentically their way. It's like Allie when she reads her books. Me loves that lady, man, and there's a reason I can stay in there and read and listen. And sometimes I just listen and I'm not interacting. It might look like, okay, you're in here just talking, Jen, because of the chat. But no, I've gotten so much information from the last, I think Allie's been streaming the books for a year. I could be wrong. Could be a little bit more, a little bit less, but I would say minimum near that. Because she's always streamed since I've lived here. I'm trying to visualize, because we moved here on the 23rd of December last year. If when I was next door, I can see myself and she's reading, but I can't. So it's possible, but anyways. But yeah, the way that Allie reads the books, she participates in just the way that it feels like it's me reading it, but it's not. It's her. It's so cool. The way she'll like go and look up words in real time, or she'll stop reading and reflect on something and allow, like she's decoding and allowing for the flow of the book as she reads it. Like it blows my mind. It feels like home. And this is coming from somebody, I've never listened to an audiobook in my life. Ever. I don't listen to ASMRs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like ever. I don't listen to meditations. I don't do that stuff. So it's the big deal to find someone that really that flow feels good. And I can see myself about a month and a half ago. I don't know if anybody's here who was here during that timeline, but she was reading one night a book with a normal flow, and then what was said in the book was like super, just whoa, came out of the blue, and it triggered the shit out of me. And it's not even because what the thing that she was talking about in the book ever happened to me. It's more because I have the awareness of certain things going on. Anyways, blah 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 blah. Anyways, but it triggered the shit out of me of like, like I wasn't expecting that. Nally was like, I wasn't expecting it either. But it was just like so like, and that I couldn't even go back for the next chapter and a half or two because I was scared that the author was gonna like whip something else out. Anyways, it was funny. Hey, Creatrix. Happy Monday, sweetie. Tim, I left my misspelling out from Google. Oh my god. I'm trying to figure out why Google can't read my words. I'm not even saying swear words. Are you doing talk to text? Is that what you mean? Huh. Meeps. They pulled it. i.e. Plan B 22 Remix. I knew something was wrong when the comments were disabled last week. When I listened to it. I'm sure it'll be back soon. What if it was just meant to come out that time and it won't? We'll see. We'll see. Timo. Your high is appearing for me, Tim. Your high is appearing for me? You say I can't say hi to people? It's appearing, I see it. The Spanish marigold is blooming that I planted in the summer. Oh my gosh, I'm going to look what that looks like. I'm not sure what the difference between like marigold and Spanish. Oh, so it's like the one that's my favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite one. I didn't know it was called Spanish. I love it. Nice. I saw some the other day and I was like, whoa, y'all are lasting so long. Like to see flowers in November and stuff that still have like a, right, life to them. That's awesome. Meeps. The remix title was Dexy's Midnight Runners Plan B, as it should have sounded. Yeah. I don't know. That's weird. That's annoying me now. Yeah, it's weird, eh? Okay, this one is bushy. It lasts all year long and there's a strong fragrance to the green stems and leaves. Cool. That's awesome. Bushy. Cacao. Du cacao. Yucky. Cacao, cacao, cacao. There's a hummingbird on here, Annie. Cacao, cacao. There's a hummingbird. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay. 2 different decks. Not even close to authors, like, at all. See that heart in that one? With the crown? But the last card was the heart with the wings. And then the hummingbird came up earlier. We haven't done many cards today, so the hummingbird came up earlier, Creatrix, if you're still here. And Jade. I just want to point it out to Creatrix. Anybody else passing through, feeling to point it out. Cacao, initiation, spiritual tests, revelation, access to the cosmic heart, divine love, light beings, channeling, languages of light. As empires rose and fell through time, all Mesoamerican civilizations started with the Mayo blah blah 5,500 years ago. They coveted cacao for its nutritional power and supernatural properties. Cacao is also a pillar of the economies, an integral part of religious rites, appearing as a key element in many ceremonies, rites, and sacrifices. You don't want to read about like ceremonies and stuff. There have been over 100 uses found in historical texts, all of which correspond with Uranus's healing energetics. This plant helps the nervous system of exhausted patients. It improves weakness, mental fatigue, stimulates the kidneys, and helps digestion and elimination. In addition, cacao beans prepared of cacao bark, cacao butter, oil, leaves, and flowers have been used to treat burns, bowel dysfunction, cuts, and skin irritations. Kesnel has flown into your cards today, symbolizing initiation. The sky gods are speaking and bathing your soul in liquid light as you traverse a series of spiritual tests. It's considered one of the highest divine apparitions as it is associated to the snake god, the feathered serpent. Like Kekau, both are considered precious, heavenly gifts from the sky gods. These divine apparitions today are asking you to deeply tune into the cosmic heart. Let it move you. Open yourself to receive the holy gifts. Listen carefully to the light language that's pouring through. You are elevating your frequency of limitless supply rooted in unconditional love. Step out of your own way and surrender to divine love. Okay, Meeps, Jen and Company. I'm going to be going in about 10 minutes just to let you know. Raw, thank you. Yeah, hummingbird, awesomeness for real. I like the vinyl. Yes. Annie. We're given the blessing, so it softens the blow of the pain, and then the next thing that flows in. Funny how that works. Yeah. Seals and Croft. Oh my gosh, I swear there's such a thing. It's crazy. It's going to be 2 years in April, Meeps, and I still ain't done the video. I was sure it was going to be this summer, dude. I was looking at my dress that's hanging in my room, and it's like, Love you, dude. Thanks for sharing it. I started the stream yesterday with it. Annie, I play part of it on the piano, but the chord changes are crazy at the end. What do you mean? Thanks for an awesome stream today, guys. Not quite done or anything, but just miigwech, merci. Thank you. It's gonna be dark at like 4 sooner than later. I don't even know what time it is. It feels very dark.
It's 5:05.
I have to pretend, but I know I'm not pretending to defend what's around me. It's like being nice, but you're not. No one knows what you mean. Yeah, Meeps. Do whatever. The time's right, Jen. When the time's right only. I only need the raw footage. I can edit it myself. Yeah. You can't edit life? Life is not a dress reversal. It's improv. It's improv, and you script it the whole way all along. It's beautiful. part of life is that people don't allow themselves to flow from role to role. They pigeonhole themselves into the role they were told they're meant to be instead of the evolution of all the different aspects of self, right? Tim, I would agree if you could edit war. Um, 52, Scarab Beetle, magic works through you. I shared instant karma earlier in my community posts. I half watched the video. I don't usually watch the videos, and when I do, I say it. It's my eyes like to this, but I watched a part of the video and I had to look away a lot as well. I just yeah, I still have trouble looking at some stuff with John and Yoko, and just there's things that just whoa. But I took a screenshot. I did, didn't I? I think I did. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it at that. Just yeah. Anyways, Beatles sing. John Lennon. Shut up. Read the card. Meeps, time is linear and so am I. I've always been that way, forward, backwards, so on. Pondering where I would be when I get old when I was a child. Tim, I speak backwards? Okay. Magic works through you. In ancient Egypt, the scarab beetle was revered, for the creative magic of the scarab beetle spirit reminds us that we can bring forth something extraordinary, seemingly out of thin air. Whenever you let your creativity flow through you, the scarab beetle spirit reminds you that spirit has given you the gift of infinite potential. You have an ally as you fashion something new or repurpose the old, for the spirit co-creates with you, channeling energy through you, so that you feel replenished and vitalized as you make magic with what is at hand. Now is a time for great optimism, for you can accomplish anything you desire and your creative endeavors will come into fruition. Miracles, opportunities, abundance, and love will appear out of nowhere as you allow spirit to work through you and magically manifest what you need. Tim, damn puppy stole my flip-flop. Ah! Yeah. I'm gonna listen to it later, honey. Hummingbird, Seals and Craft. Tim, I'm not gonna talk about my childhood to be too scary for everyone. Meeps, P.S. Meeps has a lot of respect for Tim. That's awesome. I need to move around. I need to move around like right. Boom. Just now. Now. Do it. Move it, move it. Hey, Dirty Rotten. How's it going, eh? Happy Monday. Still trying to figure out 17:12, 5:12. That's what time it is.
I told you it was 5:05. Like,
You did, didn't you?
yeah,
I don't know. It feels like forever ago. I'm sorry.
it was not even 10 minutes ago.
I know. It feels like yesterday.
You weren't listening to me.
Probably not. Yes, when I asked, I remember now. Sweetie, I look at the time to see what time it is, and I can't even remember 2 seconds after I looked at it. Not sure what you mean, Tim. I like it when other people already talked about it. Meeps, Jen. Tim's crazy. He's one of us. Tim, I can sit back and watch other people talk about my life without getting attacked. Often, yes, the reflections of certain things. I find it very hard to be up here sometimes knowing that certain people whose timelines are still running are listening to me, knowing that, you know, I'm not meaning to hurt their feelings if they're choosing to look at me, but yeah, life, yeah. Tim's got a song? What? What do you mean Tim's got a song? Okay, you didn't write it. I don't think I can play this without getting myself, who the hell's Paul? Paul McCartney, duh. Oh, don't toss. Paul, don't start singing. You're going to get me cut. Oh, John would have never started singing. What'd you just do, Paul? Oh, am I buffering? Am I buffering? Oh. Did I just cut my own stream? Okay, wait. Am I buffering? No, I'm looking at myself. Look at myself. Oh. Did I just cut my own stream? Okay, I need a thumbs up because I can't tell if the stream's still on. I see you. You see me? Okay, thank you. Merci, Mathieu. It's like, am I all alone in here? What's happening? Oh my gosh. I just put like, my sound was super low with that, right? You know how it is, Matthew, when the algorithm decides like, oh, you went and did the evil, don't you play that stuff. You're just boom, cut. I'm here. Okay, thank you. I'm still here. Oh, I've done that before. It's been so long. I think I'm even blushing. It's been so long, but that's happened to me before, where I cut my own damn stream off by saying, like, having a music or something in the back or whatever it is. And then I'm just yapping. I'm just talking away, and it's like...
You've been on mute for like an hour before.
I've been on mute for a long time before. Anyways, yeah. No, I know I'll get a strike right away. Not last year, but in 2019, when I was just doing vids, insisting I will never live stream, there was a day where I specifically used Let It Be, and it just didn't appear as if it was loaded, so I kept on uploading it.
So you got like 5 strikes?
They were copyright claims, not strikes, whichever one get you in super trouble. But it was like, me did not know that happened. Like, that's how I learned. Because I kept on uploading it, but I could never look at it. And I didn't know why. Until, like, I went to my emails, then I got this bunch of line of emails saying, your video has been removed. Your video has been removed. I would have kept going forever. Yeah. Mm. I'll go listen to the song after. Oh my gosh, that's such a sync. Thank you, Annie. Kelly Sync. Annie found now vintage equipment with Columbia Electronics, Cleveland, Ohio. It's a tongue test, measures amp. Whoa. I want to get a picture of that. Oh, Meeps, yes, Annie D. She's a mad scientist. She's one of us too. Oh, yes. Annie D is like the queen bee up there. Annie. Annie.
It's getting dark out. So you better have streaks so those lights gonna be out soon.
The kid is telling me I gotta have to stop streaming because she's going to turn off the lights on me, Matthew. Does this happen in your home where you don't get to choose when the lights are on or when it's the opposite roles? I'm often calling her like dad. Dad. No, don't. Let me finish my fucking stream. This is my work. She's harassing me at work again, guys.
I'm not harassing
Okay, I
you.
really just... Lily, come on. I don't know. I thought you guys were like channel lovers, people who know each other from years ago. Sometimes people knew each other from like 5 years ago and I don't even know. Jen, for fuck's sakes, I only met Tim tonight. Of course it's not one of my own songs I wrote for him. Mina knows. I thought you knew him from another like live stream or something. Oh my gosh. Okay, and here, Meeps, I hope you're still here. Here's to put into perspective. This one time when I had my restaurant, it was Christmas Eve. And so 2 men get up from the table at the same time. And they say they're both leaving and they're going to their family supper. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. You guys are leaving at the same time. And they look at me. I've had my restaurant for 4 months by then. And they come every day for coffee. And they look at me and they're like, of course we're leaving at the same time. We're brothers. We're going to the same house. And I was like, what? You guys are brothers? I thought you just had the same last name. You don't even look alike. Everybody in the whole fucking restaurant starts laughing because, fuck, how was I supposed to know who's brother just because everybody's got the same last name? Shit. Where I come from in Quebec, there's about like 6 last names and everybody's using them. He's like, fuck.
That's true.
It is. It's confusing.
So Mary too.
So, yeah, the weird stuff happens to me all the time. I got an even better story through the YouTube world. Once upon a time, 3 years ago, I was talking to a lady who's my friend. And she kept on, we'd talk about another person and the person's channel and stuff. And then at one point she was like, why are you like acting like this when I bring up his name? And I was like, what are you even talking about? And she's like, oh my God, don't you even realize he's my ex? And I was like, no. And she's like, but I'm all over his old videos. And I was like, I never watched all his old videos. How was I supposed to know? And she's like, everybody knows it was me. And I was like, how was I supposed to know? I'm in Canada. I didn't binge watch everybody's fucking videos in the last years while you guys were all here without me. Right? You guys were all here first. How was I supposed to know that you were with him before? Right? You live in this country, he lives in this one, and now you're telling me he's your ex and you were together. What the fuck did I know? Right? Oh my God. Roar, 1943. Cleveland. Yeah, I need to see that pic. Oh, whoa. That's so cool, honey. He's gonna send it to Kelly later. Not while I'm streaming, just because I'm not the best. Oh my gosh, look, Annie. See how I put this sticker of the train last week? You see? You see? And look.
I love how you say like hey, last week or the other day when it's really been like 2 months or more.
Well, whatever. Potato, potato. It says 144 on my screen above. Thanks, Annie. Wow, shivers. Tim, someone kicked my butt because I talked about the 9 and 11. And then I lost my old channel. But I've met better friends around here. Don't read it out loud. You do talk backwards, Tim. You do. Because if you wanted me not to read that out loud, you should have wrote that first. I don't speed read ahead. Oh my god. Oh, Meep says, Jen, Tim's a time traveler. Of course he is. Tim, time traveler. TTT. That's what he was talking about in the text about 2 hours ago when I arrived. Hence Paul McCartney, backwards traveler. Always traveling back in time. Timo, it's better when the kids turn the lights off. No, I'm gonna be really honest, Tim. She will literally shut the lights off when I'm in the bathroom. She will shut the lights off when I'm in the middle of, like, you know, eating.
You'll shut the lights off while I'm in the shower, Mom.
Well, that's different. That's just to piss you off. I'm not doing house maintenance. Like a little light Nazi.
I am.
Yeah. I'm in mid, like, something. Like, yesterday, I
I'll
just
be in the middle of
turned around and it's like, I'm cooking. What? I'm cooking.
Mom, I didn't know you weren't cooking at that exact moment, and I'll be in the middle of washing my coochie and the lights.
I know, that's where that's my intention. Oh god. Meep says, Tim, you're not helping influence. I told you I was linear. Oh my gosh. Tim, I'm the last person here that should be awake.
Charm.
No, Lily, come on. I'm not even reading cards. Go ahead. Seriously. Turn on the other lights, though. You have to turn on the... Come put the blue lights on.
What blue lights on?
My blue lights.
What do you mean? Oh, it's right
Well, fuck. If it's going to be dark, I at least want some entertainment. You're going to put them right here. Timo, I'm the last person here that should be awake, and I'm trying to figure out when everyone else is going to catch up. Ooh, I don't know. Oh my gosh, Annie or Meeps, get that right up. No, not like in my face. I can't see, honey. It's like blinding me, right?
Wait.
Okay, put it on me, but I just on the other. No, I can't look that way. Okay, we're trying to
Yeah,
do.
but they can.
Don't point it at the screen, please.
No, can I put it over there so they can see it?
This can't be pointing towards the screen.
I
But
know,
yes,
can
I
I put it
want the
over there?
effect to be as much over there as possible. Figure it out behind me. Backdrop. But see, then that me is not visible. Oh, the moon! Okay, now go get me a candle. This
My
is so
Lord,
fun! Oh my god!
My lord, Mom, can you give me?
I am her lord.
No, I said my lord.
This is what happened when the kids turns off the lights. Okay, last time I did stream with a candle, I burnt my hair. So let's be careful, guys.
Be careful. Don't knock that over.
I don't really like it that way. I look creepy.
I don't care.
Yeah, Lily just took the moon out as I was reading that, and then I kind of, yeah.
I didn't.
No, because he wrote, Tim, you could try the moon. They got water up there as you put the moon up. It's so cool. Let me see. Is that better? Oh,
Be
wait,
careful.
there's more fairy lights here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God, I have a super idea. Okay, now I'm gonna try to catch up to the chat.
Can I read it?
Let me just catch up.
Give me the chat.
The train sticker matches, yeah. Okay, Lily's taking over. Now I don't get lighting. I'm not allowed lights, and she's taking over the screen.
The moon gives me a headache. Oh well, I don't care.
The real moon, this is a better moon. Be nice to people. Kindness
Yeah,
matters,
I'm not sure
Lily.
if he's laughing at you or.
You gotta read louder. You're the host.
I don't know. Orwell needs a new what? Who the hell is Orwell?
Does that work? Can you see it? Can you see my fairy lights? Oh! There goes
Mom!
What?
Mom!
I need lighting.
Where's the other one?
No, they're mine. Don't you dare. Are you gonna read the chat or give me my phone back?
I don't know what to say. I was trying to teach it us there is sunlight. I want some.
You can't have any. And I want my phone back. There's a glow stick right there, though. Okay, Lily, you
There's
either
nothing
read or...
else to say.
Well, then give it to me so I can read cards or something.
You read cards. And I do this.
Okay, you guys need to talk or something because she's got no chat to read. Make Lily read.
Gimme.
No, I won't. They're mine. You see why I can have empathy for your granddaughters? I live the same thing with my child. She's stealing it from me. Fuck balls.
We all know I'm the
I need a
center
new-
of attention anyway.
I need a new playmate.
We all know I need to take my headphones off. We all know I'm the center of attention anyway, so they turned off.
Please be careful with them.
Mom,
Yeah, they probably broken. They're not meant to be like on people's heads.
you're the one who.
I know. They're on a little bit. I don't know what to tell you. Meeps, Jen's in the dark. It's an official podcast. Tim, I was trying to teach the girls there is sunlight.
I already said that.
Oh, fuck, Lily. Come on. Yeah, I'm like... I thought the blue lights were a filter. It's an Aurora projector. What? I know. Can you give it all to me?
I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. It's fine. I don't think it's you that, I think they're just like, because they're lit.
A bit.
They're kind of lit.
they're broken. Just
Okay, I'll throw it in the garbage then. Yeah, so it's an Aurora projector and it changes, like there's a bunch of different settings. That damn moon was up all day. Okay, I gotta move and I'll be back in a minute.
they'll move a little bit. No, they're glitching.
Maybe you can find somewhere to hang them so that they won't be moved again and maybe they'll work. I don't know what to say. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Roar, what kind of ball caps? Annie, I found a stack of ball caps. Radio manuals.
Ball cap?
Ball.
What the hell's a ball cap?
Baseball cap.
Oh.
Several radio manuals, radios, unopened tools, and bullets. Same in every box. Unique surprises every time. Me, 6 years later, Lily says, "Hi, Mom, I love you." Something about sorry about that. Blah.
No, I'm not sorry.
I'm not, Timo, McKenna will argue the moon with anyone. You know what? I don't try to prove or disprove and let go of everything. I enjoy the moon for the poetry of it and the aspects of her that I can harness, and the rest and what people choose to say or believe, I don't care. Ultimately, all these only kindness matters, right? The shape of the earth doesn't matter. Whether anything is real or whether it's not doesn't ultimately matter, because our purpose is to be here. There's a part of me that believes that because we do manifest reality and we don't even realize that we do, that all of the realities are actually real, right? They all are on some level. Somebody believes them. Anyways. Annie, lots of car parts and stereo parts. Yeah. It's funny because just like in Canada, there's a handful of people that would be like, just, oh my God, I would send them to you, right? There still is people who want and cherish all that stuff, right? Eesh. I don't know. Annie, oh my gosh. Unopened mail. Package from a guy named Marty from Hollywood. Should I open? I don't know. Timo, if my granddaughters were here, I would never see my phone again. It's funny, they sound the same. Meeps, Annie, I hotwired my dishwasher. The main PCB was fried. 4 separate switches, outlet pump, main induction motor, heater, and outlet pump. Works a treat. Yeah, same. Annie, 2008, mail from 2008. Time capsules strap me out, dude. I'm gonna be really honest with you, Annie D. I ain't Pandora. I am not Pandora. There are some things that I received mail myself years ago, and by the time I got it, it was the typical, millennial timeline of this generation, right? Where didn't matter if somebody sent it 6 days or 8 days ago. What was said in that letter was not the same as what they were feeling after. And I would want to talk about it just to make fun of it, but the timeline itself was so respectful that I don't want to make fun of it. But by the time the letter got to me, the whole timeline was different, and I never read it. I can see myself reading certain things really young, or looking at things and thinking, like, once you know, you can't unknow. And how that either makes your curiosity grow or not. And how I'm the kind of person, I won't ask questions if I don't almost know the answer, right? You know that thing, or don't ask questions if you don't already know the answer for certain, there's a certain saying, and that's the way that I am. If I already know the answer that somebody's going to lie, I'm not going to ask the question to not give them the opportunity to, lie. Just avoid it, right? People want to keep that to themselves. I'm not going to open the pot to get them to lie. But the past, one of the reasons I always burned my stuff my whole life is that feeling, if I died tomorrow and the people who would go through my stuff, would I be happy that they're looking through it? And it's like, nope. And then it's like, guess what then? Burn it. Burn it. Burn it all. No attachment. And, and it's not that there's anything weird or bad or yucky, even, not at all. But it's like, it's more of, if you didn't fucking give a shit enough that I was alive to fucking look at my drawings or read my poetry, then fuck you. Those fucking people who, like, go through somebody's stuff and then they're writing books and stuff about people that they didn't even encourage in their life, right? He knows my stuff is publishable. I've always known that, right? Some of us have talked about this before, of the knowing. It's not feeling worthy or not feeling, it's like, no, I don't want parts of myself sold a certain way, right? Not everybody has that desire. Meeps, if you're still here, I think you might understand that, of like, you get to write your songs and nobody gets to really say what you do with them after, right? On a certain level, I don't know how to explain it. I don't want certain things out a certain way. Or when it's time, they will, but... Meeps, that's the best line ever. I've never heard that. Meeps says, Jen, the earth is flat. I know, because I squished it. I've never heard that one. I'm gonna use that. Huh. Annie, I opened it. It literally says A Journey Through Time. I can't make this up. It's a DVD of a fireworks show. Possibly he or we worked at. And Meep says, Annie, it's a fake version of me. I wrote a song called Journey Through Time. Oh my gosh. You okay back there? Did you just throw them out? Kept them? Tim, would it be bad of me if I said I hate the moon? No. Again, I don't think I really resonate with the moon per se. I resonate with Neptune. And I don't have the words to back that up because I don't care to share that with anybody. It's a part of me. But I don't necessarily, right? The sun that's visible is what's behind it that's actually real, right? So it's the same with the moon for me on some level. Yeah. Does that make sense though, Meeps? The knowing that it's like when I went to a writer's group once and he was shocked, like the dude that was the writer's group person, whatever. He was shocked that I wasn't there because I wanted to learn how to be critiqued and how to put out my books. He's like, what do you mean you don't care if you're never published? What do you mean if you don't have that desire? I was like, why? Why do you think I'm here so you can critique my writing? I'm here to make friends and hope, like, lifelong friends and, like, fucking find a community and build a tribe. In essence, I never found anybody there, by the way. Not one person, right? But seriously, I was like, why do you think I'm here so that you can critique me? Right? Why do you think I want to be critiqued? Why can't we all just read what we read and be either enjoy it resonates, or it doesn't, right? But he was of the age that he was, and he was so judgmental of books. He couldn't perceive that certain books even had the right to be published. And it was like that thing, oh, well, fuck, for no wonder you never wrote the bestseller, dude. You know, like, you're so busy judging other people for having a bestseller that you don't enjoy that you never manifested your own, right? Because that was his end all and be all, is to literally want to put out at least one work that he would be known for, like. But meanwhile, it's like I was trying to get him to understand that he could have read one line as a professor in university in front of his class. He could have read one line out loud that he wrote that saved somebody else's life and made that person into one of the best authors ever. But that wasn't enough for him, right? That feeling of knowing, wasn't enough. It's weird. Timo, the moon is flat. Heck yeah. Meeps, I made a mistake. My song wasn't called A Journey Through Time. It was called Fly Away Through Time. And it was dedicated to Alex G. Aw, me remember that song. Yeah, it even got ads on it. Oh, that's it? No.
Shiny silver dollar, second-hand smile, sensing your obscurity for another sad goodbye, for another sad See the future, feel no pain through time. And don't land on that runaway train through
Train.
time. Through time.
Train.
Just rest your mind through time. Through time. 'Cause my mind just wanders through time. Yes, my mind just wanders through time. Through time. Through time. And I wish I could fly away. Yes, I wish that I could fly away. Yes, my mind just wanders through time. Through time. Through time. Through time. Shiny silver dollar, second-hand smile, sensing your obscurity for another sad goodbye, for another sad goodbye, through time. Through time. Through time.
Annie says, "Oh my gosh, this song makes me want to cry." Yeah. For me as well, because Meeps wrote it, but it's one of the songs and it's dedicated to like Alex G. Alex G is Sandor. Sandor has been with me since my first, I would say, 3 months of my YouTube, if not 2. I could be wrong and it's a couple more weeks, but like he's been there since my beginning. I can remember finding Alex or Alex finding me, and the first thing in the comments, like you guys will see once in a while, he'll use the soccer ball emoji, Alex, and it's like that's the first emoji he ever had like as a profile picture. And I remember that he would come in, because I didn't stream back then, and I didn't go into other live streams back then, ever back then. I started YouTube really slowly, believe me. Well, slowly, all in by doing my own videos, but not participating in other ways. But anyways, he was so kind, and he would put nice comments, and I would see him in other videos, and we would interact with comments, such as John Binney's not live stream, but videos. And anyways, people like that, through that tribe vibe. But I can see myself, and it's been a couple of weeks that he's writing messages, through the comments. And I says to him one day, I was like, okay, I gotta ask, because I can't tell through your energy frequency, like your signature, are you a girl, Alex, or a boy, Alex? Right? I can't tell. And he's like, I'm actually a Sandor, and I'm a boy, right? I'm masculine, and my name's not actually Alex, it's Alex Sandor. I use Sandor anyways instead, because blah blah blah. Just to show you how Alex, who is Sandor, who lives in Romania, who does not speak English, by the way, it's not part of his native tongues. He's Hungarian, and he speaks French, and I forget what other languages. So he uses a translator, but has assimilated to, you know what I mean? He uses a translator to comment to us. But I can see myself in the spring of 2019, and I'm in one of John Binney's live stream. He's doing an album release. And I've never really been in a live stream before. And I'm listening to the live stream, and I've said hello, and this is my beginnings, right? So this is not me leaping into a live stream being super chatty. It's me showing that I'm there and interacting a little bit. But at one point, and this is 3 houses ago, so just how much I've, moved since then, but 3 houses ago, I can see myself, and I'm sitting in the living room, and I'm in a ball, and the background is blue, almost like this, but darker blue. And I'm all emotional and almost crying, or my heart's all like beating because I'm so proud of John. And I feel like, although I'm by myself in my own living room, that I feel a part of something. And Alex in Romania writes in the comments, and this is like 4 years ago now, right? Like, just to put in perspective of somebody in another country who's never actually been with me before, writes in the live stream, he's like, uh-oh, Genevieve is quiet. She's getting emotional back there. And I looked at what he wrote, and I was like, he knows, he feels that I'm sitting here in awe that I'm participating in this, because it's the first time I ever really have. Like, it's not the same as watching a video to be in a live stream. Anyways, so yeah, when I was listening to the song, Meeps, like, those are like little things. Also, a lot of interactions through the comments that have happened in the last almost 4 years. Holy shit balls, I gotta stop saying that. That sounds surreal, right? But anyways, it's so cool. Thank you. Tim, the girls already heard your song. I'm gonna try to record them singing it. You found an iPod. Cool, Amy. Yeah, no, it doesn't sound the same. I can't record them if they know I'm doing it. Exactly. Unless they get to that level of feeling comfortable, they begin to perform instead of just allowing it through. I know the difference, and I know because it's taken me forever to, right, how I started making videos and knowing the camera was on, but being comfortable talking in front of it, to like live streaming for hours, knowing, I know I'm being filmed, I know I'm looking at it, but I'm allowing myself anything that comes out of me. But yeah, the freshness of them not knowing. Oh, Annie, love you so much, you guys. My heart is so full. Same. Yeah, Tim, 4 people singing the same song. It will echo. Timo, this is my 3rd live stream. The first 2 were very bad for me. Yeah. Yeah, I get it. I had live streaming experiences that were pretty weird sometimes, but not bad or anything, just weird. And Tim, oh my gosh, yeah, it's kind of nice to be recognized when most attack. Yeah, I find that I don't really go into where, that energy is present usually, but I'll pass through and be like, whoa, I can't stay here. The way, right? Hi, 5th House Soul. Stopping by to say, hey, I tried streaming once and yikes. I need to be more prepped, I guess. It's a lot different feelings than making a vid. Yeah, I'm going to blue you right away just so that you feel like you can share your channel, share anything. The moderator is more about putting people so that you can press on channels if you're just passing through to be able to find people. And it's 2 separate, it's two separate worlds. to do a vid or to be interactive doing a live stream. And I find that, like, if you feel energy, if you read energy, if you sense energy, then it's like, whoa, right? Because imagine if you're sitting, live streaming and there's 3 people listening to you, but you don't see them, but you can feel what they're thinking about you, right? So that particular daughter, I think her name is her channel. She's explained it before why she leaves her comments off, and she's doing videos. It's not even a live stream, but the video, it makes her sick, literally, to do a video and to go into the comments, even if she's not like skipping over the comments, right? Because we're so fine-tuned that we feel it all. Everything's in plain sight. So there's a certain protection once we've learned how to do a video and flow through that and the energy of comments, like what it feels like versus the live streams. It's so different. I find that for myself, I do videos when I want to talk or just say what I want to say. And otherwise, my live streams are for gathering, right? So they're for allowing other people to be seen. They're for helping us find each other, right? So I don't read cards as a reading that is sustained flow. If I wanted to do that, I'd make a video, do a reading and upload it, but I'll pull cards all the way through a stream. So it will like accentuate things I've said. It will go grab the syncs and flow from people passing through, but doing live stream burns a lot of calories. You can get very hungry, get nauseous or dizzy too with the energies that pass through. I think the best test of somebody of how they would feel doing a live stream is, how do you feel when you're in the chat of someone else's live stream and you're allowing yourself to talk, flow, and then what the interactions feel like in the chat? Because that's going to step over into if you were the actual one here. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense at all. Live streaming is nice because it gives people an opportunity to be there in real time and comment in real time. I find that I don't care about my numbers. I'm not here for those numbers. But when I look at my stuff, sometimes it's like, like only 20 or 30 or 40, 50 people watch certain vids, but then it's between 70 and like 100 and something that will pass through my live stream. So it doesn't mean everybody's watching more than a few minutes, but the curiosity of pressing on the live stream versus, the squirrel vid that I put up or the sky vid will get more curiosity. But again, I don't look at my stats and I don't try to grow my channel because I want to be about the quality, not the quantity. If I'm here to like be the gatherer spot so we can find each other as tribe, the inflow of how tribe's supposed to find each other regulates itself. It's not for me to try to generate it a different way. Neeb says, Tim, they will attack you. You're an empath. I understood that as soon as I met you this evening. That's why I plugged your channel. Yeah. Tim, I have trouble with other countries that are in war that I can't help. I don't know where my tears come from now. I was trained not to cry. Yeah. But you're in another, like, what you were trained not to do is you're relearning and you're in a retraining. We're flipping all that. All those crystals and that DNA that was told that you had to keep it inside of you. Now is the time to release it and let it go and let it out, right? Fifth house soul. I've seen people do them for 8 hours, no pee break, like a streaming athlete. Yeah. One of the things I realized before, and like every 50 minutes to 70 minutes, like every hour ish, I should move around a little bit. And I don't leave for a long time, but I just go off screen where I'm not being looked at. Just kind of, I don't mind even moving as I'm on the screen, but just, you know what I mean? I catch my breath because I do tend to talk fast sometimes. I'll catch my breath, look outside, see if there's anything. Like I re anchor myself, reground type of thing. It doesn't take long, but I notice the difference if I don't stop. Um, I'm not hungry, but when after I stream, I'm hungry, or I start to know it's time to finish the stream because my hunger is coming. Meeps. I was trained not to laugh. I was always a rebel. I've been laughing ever since, but only in a kind of way in my heart. Yeah, Tim. I was trained to shoot first and ask the questions later, then followed that direction. Exactly, Meeps. Tribe will always find each other. AI will never stop that. Yeah. But I'm not on that AI timeline. I'm more like if I was a channel who was really trying to get my numbers out there, and if I had 100 people in the chat right now that, like 50 people would actually be here, but they don't resonate with the word I'm saying, and they're just popping through because they want to be seen, but they don't understand anything I'm saying, right? But they just want to be seen. How in just like in general, like because I'm so visible, it's easy to find me. But what's the point in having a bunch of people who don't get it, right? So this being said, you know what I mean? If the flow is meant to be higher and more, it will become that. But the interest, right, needs to be there. It helps. It sustains the energy. Yeah, Timo started at the age of 7. No, express what you need to, what you feel to let out, Tim. Tim, we have to fight and still be nice. It's crazy. Yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw it. I'm gonna go get the picture just so I say it the way that. But my community post this morning, right? I love you. And you're probably thinking, you don't even know me. But if people can hate for no reason, then I can love. And how easy it is for people to validate, like, that it's okay to hate, and haters will be haters, and you got to be stronger. And it's like, but if you just love for no reason, you're creepy, or you're weird, or you want something from someone. But it's like, okay, you believe that everybody fucking hates you in this world. You believe that everybody hates you. But you can't believe that one person loves you for no reason. But everybody else can hate you for no fucking reason, but one person can't love you, or more, right? It doesn't make sense. But nothing, everything has been inverted to put us on that, fight or flight, to pit us as enemies against each other, masculine and feminine, right? Meep, says Tim. The Jesuits say, give me a child till the age of 7 and I'll show you the adult. And not that I don't respect the Jesuits, I don't. But they're correct in that statement. I hope so, because I know that the first 7 years of Lily's life were imprinted in a way safer and steadier way than the last fucking 3 that were stripped from us, that's for sure. Fifth house soul, Meeps, music, exactly. And now they know that children are in a certain brainwave until 7. And that's basically their writing of the programming. Thank God for the neuroplasticity. Meep says, hey, ain't that a thought? Just love for no reason. And I typed this before you stated it. I could feel where you were going with it. Yeah. Tim. I get
How
confused.
to bring your favorite thing together.
It's hard to stay out of the spotlight when you do things right. 4 months ago, I did something right. Got in a little bit of trouble, but I stood my ground. Yeah. Meeps, the pattern's vicious circle. It's up to the age of 7, and the chains can be broken. Yeah. I'm going to pull a fairy card and I'm going to end the stream. I've gone on a little bit and that's going to be enough. Timo, I hated the age of 7. Pull me through a wall. What did they expect? Yeah. I can't really see with the candlelight. Find balance. I think just that in itself, you want to read the bottom, go ahead, but find balance, whatever that means for you. The balance emoji is what I used for the live stream today, so I find that find balance as the last card is perfect.
I'm just munching on an ice cream sandwich. So let's try working.
Meeps, I was thinking about the Fleetwood Mac song last week when they sang, "You can never break the chain," saying to myself, well, actually we can, but it's difficult. Yeah, Timo, I can remember my first bath. Kind of freaked my mom out before she passed away. Thanks for being here, Fifth House Soul. There's no space, so I'm trying to read it fast, which doesn't make sense, but hey. Yeah, I don't mean to end abruptly, but I have been streaming for a while. The kid really wants the lights off. I can't see without the lights so good, and have a super evening. Thanks for passing
Bye.
through. Bye.